I almost wasn't recording. Forgot to hit record there for a second.
Hello, Aerith.
I love how sharply
What do
dressed
you
Rude
want?
is. Like, damn, that looks really good.
Haven't seen him
That
before.
fitted jacket,
He your
that
new
black
boy
tie,
toy?
looks really good.
He's my bodyguard, if you must know.
Wait a minute. Those eyes. Is he the one who beat up Reno?
And what if I am?
Need to cross my T's, dot my I's, that's all.
Cloud, leave him be. Rude's not a bad person, really.
No, I'm not bad. But like it or not, I sometimes have to do bad things.
I've always liked Rude.
Don't take it personal.
You Turks are all the same. All bark, no bite.
You're one to talk.
Keep it together.
I'm coming! No need to get rough! Enjoy the ride!
Okay then.
So, you had enough yet?
No, I don't believe that I have.
Just stop it!
Can't. It's my job.
Then think about changing careers.
Watch out for high winds!
Why don't you take a nap?
Can't keep eyes.
Taking over.
Cloud's pretty strong, isn't he?
I've seen this type before.
You don't know me.
That's it!
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal here.
Shit!
How's that pace?
Please, just leave us alone.
Yep.
You know I can't do that.
Should turn notifications off. I didn't realize I didn't charge my dual sense.
Hey there, partner. I'm sure you're having the time of your life, but we're needed on standby for a job at something about Sector 7. So get your ass back here now.
Understood.
I love Rude's perpetual sunglasses. They look so good too.
Got somewhere else to be?
Apparently so.
Hey, Nova. How's it going, Bash?
Go home and stay
How's it
there.
going, Scott?
You know I can't do that.
How does he not get unalived after being hit with a massive sword? Because he's a really good tailor. I was looking up earlier, like, which is the quote-unquote best dress for Cloud, whether it's the one with the blue corset or the one with the tiara. And it's actually kind of conflicting. Nobody really knows because
So, you coming?
I'll be honest, I kind of prefer the blue corset dress. But when I really think about it, because none of the three dresses really look a lot like Cloud's dress from the original. But I would say that of the three outfits, I would think probably the tiara one does, because having a tiara was part of the original outfit getup. So I think that's the version that I'm going to be going for this time around. Pretty positive, because in between I did all the side quests, so I'm pretty positive I did.
Where have you two been? I've been worried sick.
Sorry. We got a little sidetracked.
Dinner's ready, in case you're wondering.
Ah, great.
But before we sit down, I want you to make up the guest room.
Gotcha. Take a load off, okay?
You're out clubbing with your siblings, but you're sitting in a car?
Judging
I don't know
by
about
those
that.
eyes,
Should have
I'm
some
guessing
fun.
you're a soldier.
How did you like Knives Out,
I
Kalama?
hate to ask, but would you leave tonight without any fuss, no questions? You boys made a trade, a normal life, for power. You can't have it both ways.
I'm back.
Good. Now, I hope you're hungry.
Starving, right?
I've never been so proud. The man you've become. Women must be hounding you day and night.
Not really.
You know, there's all kinds of temptations in the big city. I'd feel a lot better if I knew you'd found a good girl. One who'd make sure you didn't get into trouble.
I can take care of myself.
An older, more mature girl that could keep you on the straight and narrow and tell you when you're being a silly goose. That's the perfect type for you, I'd say.
You got all that unsolicited mom advice. Knives Out ruled? Yeah, Knives Out was so awesome. I can't wait for the sequel. It really impressed me, because I thought when I saw the first trailer for Knives Out, I thought it'd be fun. But I didn't really watch it till it went to
I
streaming.
don't want to overstay my
And then I was
welcome.
like, oh man, this was a solid movie. I totally can't wait for a sequel. And then what do you know, they're making a sequel. I actually once tried really, really hard to not hit anything on the way down, because they litter the path with all sorts of junk. Like all these buckets and crap. And I tried really hard not to hit anything. And the truth is, you actually, even if you try super hard, you'll still wake her up. You can't not fail at. See?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Did you have a bad dream? Don't worry, you'll feel much better in the morning, and I promise to take you straight home.
Okay.
Damn, I was hoping it just skipped that.
Please don't let her hear me again.
I guess you have to play. I was hoping you could skip this, because it's kind of like a minigame. But I don't find it a terribly fun minigame. Because they make your controls, like, super weird on purpose. Oh, God.
You jerk! I thought I told you not to leave your room. Now get back in there.
Okay.
Can I just fail this 3 times and let it skip? Or do we have to play this? Oh, they just remove everything. Okay.
No more games.
What if you try just walking into a room if you get a different scene? Hopefully under 2 hours? Nah, they should take the time to do it. I don't mind 2 or 3 hour movies as long as it's... Like, length has nothing to do with pacing. You can have a movie that's literally 90 minutes, and it can feel like it's just wasting your time. And then you can have a movie that's 4 hours, and you can feel like it's not enough.
You're leaving?
So, how do I get to Sector 7?
It's simple enough. Just cut through Sector 6. It isn't exactly safe, but you should be okay, seeing as you're a soldier.
Was one.
Promise me, you'll never talk to Aerith again. Please.
You got it.
Thank you.
What are you doing out here? Let's see, how do I leave? 2 hours and up and your butt hurts. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that sometimes maybe there is discomfort, or maybe they have a back issue, or, you know, they just can't hold it for too long. And that does suck.
Well, look who it is. Talk about a coincidence.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
Why?
Because I'm not sick of you yet.
Lead on, then.
With pleasure. Cloud?
I don't think I noticed them shed a tear
Is
before.
something wrong?
Something I just noticed now.
It's nothing. You can see the sky.
They're still working on the new plate. I don't like this part of Midgar. Back when they were still building Midgar, there was an accident, and the plate fell. People had only just started moving in, so there weren't a lot living there at the time, but...
And that's?
The underside of Sector 6, Wall Market. A real special place. But I'm sure you already knew that, right?
I didn't tell you? I enlisted pretty much right after I left home. Don't know much about this place, or any of the slums.
Well, it took a lot of people to build Midgar, and they all needed to blow off steam. So some traders built an entertainment district. Inns, shops, bars, the works. Folks started pouring in from all over. Business was booming, money was flowing, which attracted the attention of some guys who didn't much care for the law.
Now there isn't any.
Right. But instead of trying to solve the problem, the government decided to just wall it in. And that's how Wall Market began. Out of sight, out of mind, as the old saying goes. For the folks in charge, there's no better way to deal with it.
So it's like a giant veil.
Yeah. Wanna see what's behind it?
Not really.
That's good. 'Cause I know a better way to get to Sector 7. One that, tragically, doesn't go through Wall Market. And it's just through this tunnel here. At least it was, back when I was a kid.
One thing that was never really clear in the original Final Fantasy VII, because Final Fantasy VII was where they first tried to make a slightly more modern-esque Final Fantasy. You know, so they did things such as like having, you know, cities or governments instead of like kingdoms and vassals and things like that. So one of the things they never quite ever explained though was the fact that you have Shinra, you know, a mega corporation, and pretty much everything's privatized in this city. Nothing pretty much goes through without Shinra. Like, Shinra is this city, for intents and purposes. And you have things like quote-unquote
like
mayors
this,
that
you
are
know,
just, you know, figurehead
ever since the
positions,
plate fell.
sure, but
And there's no
what
other
exactly is
It'll
the
be an
government in
adventure.
this city?
Time to get serious.
Go on!
That's that.
Because the role of government, even if it's privatized by a single entity, couldn't operate like this. Especially where it's like all under one company. Because a company basically is, you know, supported and run by people, profits, and all that sort of stuff. People need to shop Shinra in order to make Shinra be supported, and through Shinra, Shinra then has the money, power, and influence to control everything around this town. And we've had that in history before, where we've had towns that were literally based to support an entire corporation. I think Hershey, Pennsylvania is a really classic example of that.
Let's go.
That town existed because you worked and lived at Hershey. But here's the thing. Let's go ahead and
What's
say
that?
Hershey
A big arm.
was so big
Kinda
that they
cute, don't
ran
you
the
think?
entire state. The amount of money that takes to provide that much overhead, even if you had enough to make all the chocolate in the world, wouldn't make any sense because a lot of it's profit driven by the company, the employees, and the customer base that goes for Hershey's. But what if you have other alternatives? Like, not everybody in the entire world uses Shinra. Shinra doesn't have
Oh,
a global
great.
presence as much as they're
Someone's
trying to
forgot the
attain
ladder.
for it, as much as they tried using it through their personal military.
I wonder if we can use
People
this.
use power in other ways. People use technology in other ways. Not everything they use is made through Shinra. So yeah, Shinra doesn't have to compete on its own turf, but at the same time, it doesn't realistically have the resources to support an entire city government like it does here. It's just all kind of hand-waved away, you know?
It's this way. Here's an idea.
You serious?
Absolutely. I'll throw down the ladder for you to climb up after.
And even the way that Hershey, Pennsylvania kind of has become just more public these days, like if you go to live in Hershey, Pennsylvania, it's not because you live and work at Hershey. You can live and work anywhere. And Hershey isn't the only chocolate provider in the entire planet. So, I don't know. It's overthinking it because it's just a video game, it's not that deep. But I can't buy the premise that a company, a public company, that doesn't even have global domination, can aspire to actually owning every facet of a city and then try to do that on a global scale. They literally do not have the infrastructure for it at all. As evidenced by the fact that they can't even keep Midgar under control.
Yeah.
All right, good enough.
So when she says, like, the government, like, what is that really, what is that? What does the government look like here for this? Like, they should keep it smaller scale. It'd be like the mayor. And that's understandable.
Pick it up.
Now you're ready for it.
And I'm sure people have already tried, you know, analyzing this socioeconomic principle of Shinra. Way before and way more detail than I
I
am.
wonder if someone blocked it off because of all the monsters that kept showing up.
Am I gonna do the E
Pretty
series
dangerous
in
place for
chronological
kids to
order?
play.
Raised in the slums, remember?
You're tough.
That's supposed to be a compliment.
So since I'm not too familiar with the E series, the fact that you're telling me that the games are not in chronological order already tells me that I need to do more research into it. I actually own most of the E's games. And I think when I start stepping a little bit more into Nihon Falcom land, I probably will. The E series definitely will be done. But it sounds like going in chronological order. I would prefer to do that. At the very least, even if I don't, if I just release them in game order, I would certainly arrange them and describe them as timeline order. But I think probably just for efficiency purposes, you might as well just do timeline order. That's the way I prefer it. That's the way it's going to be displayed anyway.
Try to stay behind you.
That way I can cover your back.
Now.
Looks like a dead end.
Allow me.
See you around. Hey, I bet you can grab that container with the arm. Not half bad. So do you moonlight as a crane operator or something? Yeah?
I don't know why, but I think the mini little high five that she tries to get is like a mini arc for this entire tunnel. And I kind of like how it does pay off. Like the game makes you like slowly,
Why is it always gotta be
reluctantly
so
give her a
tough?
high five. And I don't know why, but that always
Lucky
puts a
for
smile on my
me, You'll
face.
make this easier.
It's kind of like the Chronicles of Narnia. Man, I have not read the Chronicles of Narnia in forever.
Well then,
They used to be
I'm
big
gonna
on
head
that.
down. Okay, Cloud. Ready? Okay, right there. Hold on while I drop the ladder.
I'll be honest though, most kids when you're playing this, like especially back in the day, you really don't give a shit about the socioeconomical like accuracy
Cloud,
of the
over
game. It's
here.
like, alright, there's a person in charge and there's money that flows to the system and you know there's gangs and stuff and whatever, who cares? We're just playing a video game. I suppose that's fair.
Well, jumping's not an option, that's for sure.
Look,
Someone made a campfire.
they found a way down. So can we.
It makes you wonder, like, they found a way down. Okay, well that just clearly means that
Self-protect.
people
I'm
have
pretty
been
good at
using this
protecting
route to get
myself,
from
you
Sector
know.
5 to Sector 6. So then how come all the ladders are reset? Who would do that? What an inconvenient thing.
Whoa, not too fast, okay?
Got it.
Seeing the cranes makes me think that Nomura wanted to try and put mechs in here at some point when there already were mechs in Final Fantasy. There have been mechs since the first Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy's always had giant mechs. That's not something new to 7 at all by a long shot. In fact, I think there are more Final Fantasies that have mechs than Final Fantasies that don't. Having giant mechs has always been part of the Final Fantasy culture. This version of the battle music is my
Anybody
second favorite in the
around?
game. I like this background, but I
Guess
like
it's just
the
us.
battle theme that we get from the wall market. I like the battle theme version of the wall market. I think that's one of my favorite battle themes, besides the Mako Reactor battle theme.
It's still warm.
I really like that.
Should we relight it? Have our
Yeah,
own
Final Fantasy 1
campfire?
at War Mech, exactly. One of the first instances for Final Fantasy
need to
having
get
the
back.
closest thing to a super boss.
Besides,
Like, that's been around. I love this conversation of due recompense.
Doing crimes? I'd say we're owed compensatory damages. Composite. I don't get it. How stupid can you be? It's crazy simple. Compensatory damages is like, it's like compensation for damages.
Oh yeah! That's what you get when somebody else...
We haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah, we were just passing through.
Not to mention the mecha in Final Fantasy V's Final Dungeon.
Okay.
Besides that, remember Final Fantasy V also introduced Omega. That has been used in so many Final Fantasies afterwards.
Do recompense? No.
Do recompense.
Do recompense. It's like,
Compensatory damages.
compensatory damages. Damages, recompense. Simple as that.
I don't know why, but I love that bit.
Heard enough.
But yeah, this battle theme right here I love.
Playing nice.
I almost don't even want to fight because I want to listen to it.
Go on. That's it.
Oh, Aerith decided to finish everything on her own.
Okay, guys, whatever you do, don't move.
Don't look! Don't look!
I'm dead. I'm super dead.
Four had the Magitech armor. 4 had a ton of steampunk stuff. Like 4 is most well known for having, because even though airships have been around since obviously the first game, like having it as like an integrated part of the world, like a really big deal. That was probably what 4, like with the Red Wings. Even though you went through like 3 airships in 2. Or was that 3? It was 3. And of course the Magitech armor from 6 is super infamous. That they're still using to this day. But honestly, more mechs, I'd be down for that. If Final Fantasy wanted to do that, I'd be cool with that. Eric, how's it going today? Thanks for jumping in chat. Same thing for MG. I'm not sure if I said hey to you yet. Wait, am I going backwards? I think I went backwards. Yeah, I went backwards. Right? No, I'm going the right way. I think. Yeah, I think I went back the way I just came. Yeah, I did. I completely went the wrong way. It wouldn't be me driving if that didn't happen at least once.
Shit! Let's get the hell out of here!
Away, you guys! Don't leave me! I'm coming!
Should have followed the good music.
Random question, but why did you quit being a soldier?
But yeah, honestly, Wall Market, I think most people would
You don't
agree.
have to tell me if you
Best
don't
part
want
of this
to.
game, easy.
Did you have any soldier friends? Any war buddies?
No. Not really.
Oh, okay.
I'll end this.
Gotta give it my all.
So long.
You're done. That it?
Stupid ladders, always out of reach. Okay, Cloud, heading down.
MG been a fan of
You're in
mine
charge
for
of the
many of my
island.
older
Got
Final
it?
Fantasy story videos. Thank you. cut my teeth on Final Fantasy. Well, technically I cut my teeth on Kingdom Hearts, but Final Fantasy was close after. And yeah, honestly... Yeah, 2 did have a dreadnought. You know, an airship of mass destruction, if you will. Was I supposed to place that there or in the next area? I can't remember. Oh, I can change arms, that's right. Oh wait, I can't place this down. I'll place the other one there. If I pick her up and put her over there, though, like, what is that? But yeah, working fantasy into tech, like even future tech, I think was one of the super cool things that they did in Final Fantasy 1. And when I get around to playing Final Fantasy Origin, I'll be really curious to see Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ah! Can I not pick up the crate once she's there? I guess I have to build a stack, don't I? I thought she was gonna go in that tunnel for something. So where am I in Final Fantasy XIV? I will neither confirm nor deny any of my current progress in Final Fantasy XIV. What I can say is that I am not done with Endwalker, which is the real reason why I'm being so secretive about it, is because the moment that you enter or you talk about, like, if you play Final Fantasy XIV, at least this is my experience. I don't know, maybe your experience is different. But because I'm behind by XYZ amount, and I'm not up to date on it... Oh wait, I did the wrong thing again. People kind of almost immediately assume you're up to date on the most current stuff, and when you're not, it feels like they... I don't know. They don't really want to discuss it with you because they almost can't help themselves in terms of talking about what developments lead to, what happens to certain characters or things like that. At the nicest ones, will always, like, you know, they'll listen to you. They'll be like, oh, that's cool. Okay, I remember that part. Or they'll try to give you, like, advice on where you are. Which, no offense, I appreciate the kindness, but I never asked. And so it's almost like people are just waiting for you to be caught up to date. It's an interesting experience because it gives me a new perspective on how people will perceive perceive new players.
It's this way.
Have I played the pixel remasters of 1 through 6? No. And if those are the first versions of those games you're playing with, that's great. I hope you enjoy them. It's not meant for people like me, just speaking for myself. Because they're not better versions of the games I already played. In fact, they're not even the best versions of the games they already made. So, to me, it's like, okay, if somebody wants to play catch up and play those games, you're not going to really have a bad time. But there are better versions of each of those games, 1 through 6, and the pixel remasters are not it. So, they're a very convenient solution, but I don't know, to me, they always seemed like cash grabs. They're just yet another port job, among the many port jobs Square Enix has done. But this time it's like the mobile port jobs, which is funny because they already made mobile port jobs, and they deleted them just so they could sell the pixel remasters, because I think, like anybody rationally would, once you play the pixel, once you have access to the first port, you can't help but compare it to the second port, and if you do that, you're going to wonder why they even bothered making the second port, and the reason is cash grab.
That went pretty well.
Sure did.
Huh? Wait a minute. Did you just...
Nope.
Don't worry. We'll be on the same page next time.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, okay?
Hold it right there, lovebird. You wanna pass the rock?
We made it! Smell the fresh air?
Where was Aerith's pathing there? She was going like serpentine patterns. The game has to let me walk underneath this and won't just let me do it on my own. Do I hunger badly for HD 2D Final Fantasy 5 and 6? I want to say hunger, but if you're going to remaster 6, and it even came up in an interview when they were talking about where do you want to take HD 2D from Octopath Traveler 2, and they said, it'd be cool if we could do something like Chrono Trigger. I'm like, it would be very cool if we could do something like Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger in HD 2D, and then 6 and 5. 5, 6, and Chrono Trigger need to be given the HD 2D treatment.
Looks
to me,
shut.
that is...
How do we open it?
I can't see...
More importantly,
That's like the floor level of minimum that I expect.
No, I don't have time for...
Up there looks nice.
Going crazy would be like going all in like they did with Origin or even 7 Remake, where they just go all in. And just completely resurface the game mechanics, graphics, story even. Like, if you're gonna go all in like that on a remake. But to me, scale it back a little bit, and HD 2D, just doing that with all the feature sets of what they had in the past, like, that would be the acceptable remaster. That's just my opinion, though. I just think the pixel remasters were a big waste of time. They just did it for a cash grab for the anniversary.
So, Cloud, you were a soldier first class, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
Really? What's weird about it?
Nothing. Just that you were the same rank.
Huh? As who?
The first guy I ever loved.
What's his name? I probably know him.
you okay?
Sorry, there was a filter in my face. It was really scratchy.
Wow.
Had to wave it away.
Your eyes.
Oh. It's 'cause of the Mako. All soldiers have them.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm bumming you out. We should go.
Would I ever play Secret of Evermore? Probably. I know that one's been requested for a recap topic, and I've definitely added it to the
Gotta
queue.
look forward,
Since
not back.
it's a standalone, as far as I know, wouldn't be such a big deal to do it again. I've never played it before, so it'd be a first-time playthrough for me.
Here,
Hmm?
this won't take long. Ready? Want to get to Sector 7 in style? This is the passageway for you.
I don't know who would ever put a playground directly on top of a sewer main like that, because if you're like a utility worker and you ever had to do that, you would have to cross
You gonna
through
be okay
this
getting home?
playground just to get to do your job.
And if
That
I
just
said
seems
I
like such a
wasn't?
stupid placement.
I'll go with you.
Thought you needed to get back.
But that's just like a that's just a dumb nitpick.
Don't worry. I have a backup route for emergencies, and it's safer too.
It's like Secret of Mana. Yeah, I know. Here's the thing, I didn't like Secret of Mana. I think that game is way more looked upon positively through nostalgia. And I'm like, have you played it recently? Because I did.
Guess
When I
this
played
is
it for
then.
recap like last
Ready?
year or some abouts, I played it for the first time. And yeah, I don't think very highly of that game.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Tifa?
Cloud, you're alive. I thought we'd lost you.
What's going on?
Shh. I'll explain everything later. But now I'm on my way to see Don Corneo. You should head back to 7th Heaven, meet up with the gang.
But...
I'll be fine. You've seen how much ass I can kick?
I have.
Okay, everyone with the classic dress? Yes. I pretty much kind of go with the dress that is most similar to each of their ones from the original. So for Tifa, that's the default dress, which is convenient because that means I don't have to do any of the side quests in Chapter
Oh no,
3.
you don't. You're going after her.
Aerith's Beth's dress most
She's a big
resembles
girl.
the one that she
She can
has in the
handle the
game,
likes
so that's
of
why
that.
we had to do
And
the
worse.
side quest for her. And the
You
tiara
don't
dress,
know
even though it's not my
Corneo.
favorite dress
It doesn't
of the three
matter
that
how
Cloud can
strong
have, I
or
think the
smart
blue
you
corset
think
one
you
is
are.
better.
He'll find a way to turn it against you.
That one is probably the
she
closest to
going
the
to meet
original
him?
one, so that's
A
the one we're going to
mansion
go to.
filled with his
And if I
goons. Come
read
on.
correctly,
Aren't you
I
worried
don't
what
remember how
might
to
happen
activate
in
it.
there?
The way you have to do is you
to
have
help
to
her.
not participate in Johnny's quest. You have to not participate in
Come
Chocobo
on.
Bills, and you have to support Madam M, and that's how you get the tiara dress.
Come on, Cloud. We gotta hurry.
May I ask what you dislike about Secret of Mana? I will do you one better. I already recorded literally everything I like and disliked about it. And that can be found on my secondary channel, OBM Plays, which is the streaming archive channel for all my past streams. Because I played it on stream for recap, kind of like this. And, I posted my thoughts and all that along the way. And at the very end, during the credits, I said absolutely everything I liked and disliked about it. And it was way more that I disliked that I liked. Okay, let me double check because I don't think the way that you respond to Chocobo build in the first one matters. Okay, I think this one doesn't matter.
Hey there. Where you headed?
You gave a ride to a girl earlier. Do you have any idea where she went?
No, and if you don't need a ride, then get the hell out of here. Can't you see I'm trying to work?
Can't say I can, no.
What'd you say to me, you little...
What's all the ruckus out here?
I want to stand and roll
I
up with like a
don't know you.
shotgun.
What's your story?
We're looking for a girl.
You gotta
who took one of
respect
your
that stable
carriages.
hand. He was about to
Can you
front
help
up to
us find
Cloud
her?
and didn't give a shit.
Depends. What do you want with this girl of yours?
Guess. We want to save...
Save her from a life without this handsome guy.
Huh?
So, that's how it is, huh? Well, I get a lot of customers. Hard to keep track of them all.
It's the one you literally
This
just
girl,
brought in.
What's she look like?
Well... she's in great shape.
Is that really important?
Wait a minute. You talking about Tifa?
That's her.
Oh, looks like someone's got a bit of a crush. Hate to break your heart, kid, but it's gonna be a long while before she sees the light of day again.
Like I said, I don't believe the first response
She's a
matters.
real pretty girl.
As long as we
Corneo's
get the
hosting another
quests,
audition, Tifa was chosen as a
let's see.
candidate.
Price of Thievery and Shear's
For the
counterattack.
title of the next
Which I
mission
appreciate
for
Shear's
Corneo.
counterattack,
She's what he likes
as
all
you would
rolled
guess,
into
being
one.
Char's counterattack, and you fight a giant
Having
red
scouted
mech.
girls for so long,
That, of course, is
I
3
know
times
she
as
tastes
fast.
better than my own.
I appreciate
And
that.
considering
Whoever was on the
those
design
days,
team and wrote that into
I
the
can
quest, high
guarantee
five
you
to you,
this.
sir.
She won't be walking out of that mansion anytime soon, if at all.
So where can we find this Don Corneo?
What are you asking for? Thinking of raising holy hell or something? Do what you gotta, but leave me out of it. I told you what you want to know. Now take a walk.
And there goes our best lead yet. Maybe we'll have better luck in town. Let's check it out.
Also, keep in mind, Nova, I think what a lot of people appreciated about Secret of Mana is the fact that it was co-op and they played co-op, and co-op, I agree, is like a better experience. But I did not play co-op.
Welcome to Wall Market, the pleasure capital of Midgar that's got everything for everybody. Couple, huh? It's all good. Play together, do your own thing, earn a little scratch on the side even. Whatever you're into, we got you. Got a special one-time limited offer.
No, thank you. Come on, Cloud. Let's go.
Well, fuck you then. Next customer. This one I feel is good for the setting. Like, you're not really interacting with anything here. You're just looking at it, but in terms of like vistas, it looks pretty good. This makes for a good screenshot.
Relaxation, the sweet embrace of
Nothing gets the blood pumping.
Check it out. I think we might have found our man. And he's a gaudy one.
Yeah.
What was this guy, Leslie? With this surprising backstory. Gets his own little mini arc.
Not so fast,
Yeah.
buddy. Back it up. Got no need for pretty boys here.
We're looking for someone.
He looks a lot like Riku, don't you think?
First time in Wall Market,
Yellow
Yeah.
eyes, spiky
So?
white hair.
so people can't just walk through the Don's front door. Especially men.
How about me then? Can I go inside?
Maybe, but you're gonna wish you didn't.
You know Leslie? She's kinda cute. Homely, but cute.
Excuse you?
Kinda cute's not gonna cut it.
Come on. Can't you help us out?
Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself into?
Aerith.
Seriously, Les, she's not half bad. With a little work, I bet she'd clean up real nice.
Cloud, requesting permission to kill.
Denied.
If you're really sure you want to join an audition, then you're gonna need to get official approval.
And who can give us that?
The trio. The only ones in town who are considered authorities on Corneo's particular tastes. First, there's Chocobo Sam. And then there's Madame M over at the massage parlor. Last but not least, there's the Honeybee Inn's Andrea Rodea. They're an eccentric bunch, to put it mildly. And you should know they don't recommend just any girl stupid enough to come knocking.
Duly noted. Thanks for the info. We'll be back soon.
Here's the other thing, Nova, is that I remember when I was playing chat, and probably you were as well, like just telling me about how to like max out this spirit, and then get all this weapons, and then max out the ores. None of that mattered.
That's the way it is. Tifa's been invited into the Don's estate.
Huh?
But to earn such a privilege, you must first.
Because when I went into the final battle, I didn't have, you know, other than Mana Sword, of course, I didn't have everybody's orbs all maxed out, because who cares about maxing out all the orbs for everybody? You're only going to use like 1 or 2 for any given people. And maxing all the spirits, sure, it'd make your life easier, but it was hardly necessary. I still beat the final boss, albeit it was frustrating, and I probably did it the way harder way. But I did it on my first try using nothing but like level 0 of like the quote-unquote ultimate sprites, because I didn't want to, like, once you get them and you get them close to the end of the game, I did not feel like stopping my game and going out and grinding them for hours. That felt like such a waste of time.
This the place?
Think so.
Let me handle this. You wait out here, okay?
And why would I do that? No, I'm coming with.
I'm not really sure that...
You're a man of many talents, but talking isn't one of them.
Leonhard, thank you for the recap. Hey, glad to make them. You recommend to people who want to catch up. Thank you so much for that. Honestly, word of mouth is the best way that I find, or at least my channel, that I can grow. YouTube doesn't like my channel, so it doesn't get recommended too much because yes, it's long form content, which is in these days, but it really doesn't go for like having super sexy titles, thumbnails, descriptions.
Welcome.
I don't post like every single week.
The Honeybee.
Even with short videos, I don't post every single week.
Is there a honey boy or girl whose company you desire?
I don't have a huge social engagement,
We're here to see Andrea Rodea.
so not super promotable. So honestly, word of mouth is the best way that I find growing for me.
Now, are you the one who made the appointment, sir? Can I have your name?
Thank you for that.
Oh, we don't have an appointment.
I see. I'm terribly sorry, sir. An appointment is required, and the earliest available slot is 3 years from now.
3 years?
All we want is 5 minutes. He can spare that.
I need his help for the Corneo audition.
Yes. Well, regardless of the circumstances, you cannot meet him without an appointment.
Is there really no other way?
It is rare, but Mr. Rodea does occasionally extend invitations to individuals who catch his eye. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but there really is nothing that can be done.
I guess that's that then. Oh well, let's try someone else.
I like that in here they separate their trash and their recyclables. I think that's really nice. Very forward thinking here.
I know why you're here.
There we go again. One more drink. What do you say?
There's a restaurant.
Excuse me. I was wondering.
Hey, I'm talking to you. I said they're good.
What were you thinking? Stupid, stupid, stupid! Crawl into a hole
Alright,
and
so let me
die.
double check, but I think here I'm supposed to say, like, just, I don't pick, I just pick the other option where I don't do anything. Alright, yes, no deal.
Not you two again. Told you once, I'll tell you 1,000 times. Got nothing for you. Now scram.
Wait, here's out. You're one of the trio, right? I want you to get me into the audition.
Huh?
Pretty please?
Why not?
Really?
Sure. Next time an audition comes around, I'll put your name in the hat.
Next time will be too late. Can't you get me into this one?
You want in now? No can do, sweetheart. Hardy recommended Tifa, and she's got this in the bag.
She's got in the bag because literally no one else is
Corneo will
auditioning.
pick Tifa. You never know. He might pick me.
Damn, you really do want in, don't you?
Sure do.
Then how's about we play for it? Call it, Missy. Heads or tails? Guess right, and I'll grant you your wish. Guess wrong, and you'll leave me in peace.
No thanks.
Oh, not a gambler, huh?
Not a loser.
I am. Heads.
Huh?
Tails, you lose.
Like, what even was that? That looked like it could have been a head or a tail.
Hey, don't look so glum. You're a pretty enough gal. Just not quite Corneo's cup of tea. But if only the Don will do, try convincing one of the other two.
That rhymed.
That's why it's a trio, and not just the Mio. Now skedaddle.
Wait. Mind if I see that coin of yours?
Don't worry, I got a million of them.
Trick coin.
How is that tails? That was clearly two heads.
That's cheating.
I don't get how
That's the
she said
Walmart
heads and
way.
it's clearly the head of a chocobo and they're
Lesson
both
learned.
heads. Am I missing
Still
something?
cheating.
One more round. Pretty rowdy place. They call Oh shit! There's this energy pulsing through my fingertips.
Welcome, welcome. Just the two of you? Step right up. Now then, what manner of massage do you desire?
Say what?
Is this your first time in our establishment?
Mm-hmm.
We are a hand massage parlor. An excess of fatigue and tension can make even the simplest task a terrible strain. It is our pleasure to relieve our patrons of that tension. And what better way to seek relief than through the skilled ministrations of a professional? So now that we understand each other, what manner of massage do you desire?
We're not customers.
Then you are...
Hoping you can help us get an invite to an audition with
Oh,
Don.
for the love of... Say another word and I'll shove this fan right down your throat. Ugh, this is the last thing I need. You're young and stupid, and I suppose that means you think I'll let you off easy. So, you want what? A favor? Well, here's the thing. This is a massage parlor, a respectable establishment. But if you don't require our services, then tell me! Is there any reason I shouldn't have you dragged outside and shot for wasting my valuable time? Well... Name?
Cloud Strife.
Hand.
Huh?
Give it to me!
Oh.
The strong, firm hands of a fighter. Yet they possess a certain elegance and grace.
Like how she can tell if it was dirty gloves.
Okay, Cloud. Let's see what you're made of. After that, we'll talk. So, which course will it be? Then make
I guess
your
this
way
3000
to
get
the lane of
lost. Thrown down the drain, burned.
Cloud?
This This exclusive treatment is reserved for our most well-to-do patrons. First, the hand cream. A generous coating for each and every one of your richly deserving fingers. Let's start with the tips. That's it.
I'm amazed that she got like those weird bangles he has off, and then like the dirty gloves, and he just hadn't had this like smelly, unwashed hand.
Oh, did that hurt?
No.
Then I'll move on to the base of the fingers. Let's see if we can't improve your circulation and get that blood flowing. No, don't fight it. Stress is poison to the body. And finally, some gentle stimulation for the palm. No more than a touch. Just like this. Oh, what was that? A cry of pleasure? Is this how you like it? How about this? Or maybe this? If that was to your liking, do come again.
Feels new power coursing through him. Gotta put on his dirty gloves again.
How was it?
Huh?
You okay?
Yeah.
You're acting weird, Cloud.
You're weird.
I am?
Really weird.
Think you'll make a habit of it? All right then. I think I've seen everything I need to see.
So?
Tell me what you want, and we'll take it from there.
You're one of the trio, right? I want to get into Corneo's next audition.
And why in the world would you want to do that? Okay.
Really?
But you cannot go dressed like that.
Huh?
I could never send Corneo a candidate wearing such a plain-looking getup. Doing so would call my position as one of the trio into question.
Is something wrong with my outfit?
Oh shit, I don't know what I'm supposed to say here. I'm just gonna say this for now.
Doesn't matter what I think?
So I think we're already on the right course as long as we get the right side quests.
Look, just take it outside the parlor, would you?
Sorry, we'll stop. So, what should I do about the outfit?
You just leave that to me.
I probably should have made a save point before all this, but whatever, we'll see. I think we're on the right track either way.
So long as you can afford it.
How much?
What I said. But don't worry. It's obvious you can't afford a dress with that kind of price.
I don't know, I do have close to half
So
a million
listen,
gil, I'm pretty good.
I have an idea. There's an underground coliseum in this town. Up for a fight, Cloud? Good. Because I'm getting you into that arena. If you win the tournament, I'll transform Aerith into a drop-dead gorgeous beauty.
There any prize money?
Yes, for the person who got you in. So, what do you say?
All right.
That's what I like to hear. You'll need this. They're already letting fighters inside. You should hurry. Run along.
Alright, since we're up against Hell House, I know that we need all the elements, but we also need to carry wind for. And I know Aerith is going to be the mainstay for this. Alright, we'll swap this out with... I know poison is also really good too. Wait, I already have poison on. Yeah, we're gonna mostly use poison, because if you do poison, it actually deals damage to Hell House, especially when it's flying around and doing stuff. It is a really good DPS marker. This Cloud isn't the most useful in this fight. It's gonna be mostly Aerith.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
Nothing good. I wouldn't expect a fair fight in this town.
Think we can win it all?
That's one thing I'm definitely sure of.
I appreciate the confidence, just don't get too cocky, okay?
Cocky's my middle name.
The doors are now open for tonight's
Spectators, please enter from the right, and contenders from the left.
See any soldiers tonight?
What's this? You're here to compete? I hope you know you're cutting it really close. So, the two of you are a team?
Team? No, it's just me.
Yes, the two of us are a team. I need to get into that audition, but I won't let anyone else fight my battles for me. That includes you, mister.
Alright, team it is. Head to the waiting area down below.
I kind of also like the arena challenges that they did here.
Down, down, down we go. So, how deep does this thing go, you think? I wonder how many people are fighting. Hey, you're not nervous, are you?
Nope.
Really? You're even more quiet than usual.
He's quiet.
Just trying to focus. Like you should.
Hey, lovebirds, over here.
I also really like these two
In the
MCs.
city that never sleeps, in the paradise of debauchery and sin, of pain and pleasure, where your every desire can be indulged for the right price. To you esteemed connoisseurs of chaos and bloodshed, we bid you the warmest of welcomes. Are you sitting comfortably? For tonight, the most gruesome spectacle anywhere in Wall Market or beyond shall be yours to witness, here in the Corneo Coliseum! Tonight's grand prize is no less than 1 million gil, and there's only one way to get it. Brutalize your opponents, thoroughly and utterly, viciously, without mercy, until they vomit blood. Only the most ruthless fighters, the savages still standing here at the end, shall claim the gil and the glory. And now, the long-awaited event
They just kind of play off each other's energy really well.
battle for your amusement in the corner! Warriors of every shape and size will fight to the death before your very eyes.
That also bragged.
In tonight's Corneo time!
Wow, this place is really something.
It's not your turn yet. Your names will be announced over the speaker. Just wait until then.
Ah, fine.
You two, wait here until it's time.
Everything I do to help speed this up? I already rested. Supposed to actually wait here?
You two, wait here until it's time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you again.
Ouch, what happened to your face?
I just needed a little scratch, you know? So I signed up for the preliminaries, and, well, I hope you guys realize what you're getting into. I don't want to scare you, but if you can make a run for it, you should.
Cloud and Aerith, your match will begin shortly.
What would have been a funny joke here is if the announcer
make
said
your
Cloud
way
and
to the gate.
Eris, and she should have been like, man, everyone's always getting my name wrong.
We're in way too deep to back out now.
That would have been a nice cheeky comment.
You two ready? Try not to get yourselves killed.
For our next match, we welcome two fighters, a young couple no less. Talk about a bad day! This is their first tournament, the bad first date, and most likely their last, inexperienced as they are. Or are they?
Are they?
Give it up for Cloud!
I remember when I first played this, like when it first came out on launch day, I was like, man, I remember... Because there's 3 enemies in Final Fantasy VII that still to this day stick out. Well, actually there's 4. And I was very curious to see like which ones we're going to bring in. And one was Hell House. I'm like, man, I remember finding a weird house along the way with those mech arms, and I didn't see that weird house. And then of course they made the boss here. I was like, oh, that was such a clever move. I love that. But the other enemies was in the Nibelheim Mansion, like that swinging anchor dude. It's like a dude who's like on an anchor that's sort of swinging, and occasionally he falls off and then climbs on and starts swinging again. And then there's the penguins in Cosmo Canyon. For some reason, those just stick out of my mind. Because I remember them like overheating and just like dive bombing you. And then the last one was like a weird Triceratops dinosaur tank. I don't know why, but like those enemy models like really stick out of my mind to this day. I was like, I don't know why I'm remembering this, but I was so glad they made Hell House a boss, because without a doubt that was one of the most memorable just enemy units in this entire game. Easy. So I really like that they gave it extra love. And 10 out of 10, thank you so much, man.
No more playing.
Much appreciated.
Going in. Let's do this.
Go on!
This dog is running all over the place.
Can you believe it? I don't think anyone saw this coming! What a completely unexpected turn of events!
So I do hope that,
Winners of our match are
or as TFS called it, Tankceratops. I don't even remember what the actual name of it was.
Contenders, please return to your waiting room.
Well, that's one win down. Go team!
But yeah, if they can give
What's wrong?
like do justice to that
rules
weird
don't make
dinosaur
sense.
tank thing, I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, true. But maybe it'll be better in the next match?
Nah, wouldn't bet on it. Better to
It's funny
expect the
because
worst.
dinosaurs are also a thing that's also been since Final Fantasy 1. Like, you fight dinosaurs. I also like that you get gradually more like fans and patrons.
Cloud and Aerith, Your match will begin shortly. Please make your way to the gate.
And same thing, like in Final Fantasy 1, you have to climb a super long, tall tower. And you kind of climb a lot of tall towers in the course of Final Fantasy as well, when you really think about it. So you got mechs, dinosaurs, tall towers.
That's what they call beginner's luck. For the next match,
Like, what else is really there for Final Fantasy that's like
Ready to
kind of
rock?
a recurring motif?
just remember, try not to die.
I guess airships. Airships have been around for, you know, since the first one as well.
I present the lucky couple.
We're like unlucky for the rest of us.
Give it up once again for Cloud and Aerith.
Couple my ass! The hell you two trying to pull? You assholes cost me a fortune!
Yeah! Their opponents.
Strange villains? I mean, you can have strange villains anywhere.
Killers through and through.
I wish I could say like Chocobos and Moogles, but Chocobos and Moogles came after Final Fantasy 1. Although I think you can kind of forgive that because Chocobos and Moogles kind of have been like part of the branding of Final Fantasy for so long that it's hard to not associate them. It's almost like they're the mascots, really. I mean, they are really, honestly. Because you had Chocobos since Final Fantasy 2. And I think Moogles appeared in I know they appeared in 3. I think that is the first time they appeared, there was 3.
What do just desserts taste like? Like justice! Like payback!
Recompense.
And who are these unscrupulous-looking gentlemen? It would seem that there are actually 8 members of Beck's badasses.
Hey, that's cheating.
The only rule here is that there are no rules. Yeah! If Corneo says it's okay, you gotta suck it up.
Did not have Brandon his approval!
This is ridiculous.
The odds are overwhelmingly stacked against this. Could be a real blood.
Dot actually has a VTuber persona just on screen.
Don't look away, or you may miss the best part. The second match of the Corneo Cup semifinals begins now.
Now you're in for it.
Gonna shoot to your death.
Gotcha. It's over.
So it's my turn? They're hurt! Get him!
I can't remember what any of these things do. I remember Ray of Judgment being a giant laser beam. I remember this is AP in the Lord. Oh, that's right. Arcane Ward was when you drop down, you could double cast things. That was super useful. What was Sorcerer's Storm?
Hey, you asked for it.
Oh, that was the close range one. That's right.
This one's for you!
Unfreaking believable! What the hell did I just see?
If there are no rules, then Cloud should be able to slice them all in half. Well, that would be more under no mercy than no rules. Would you agree?
Once again, Cloud and Aerith!
That kid's really something.
Well, of course he is. I did give him a massage, you know. His palm told quite the tale. He's cheated death more than a few times.
So have half the people in this town. Anyway, we're both still alive. Call it.
There you go again. One of these days, your luck is going to run out.
When I fall from grace, maybe I'll land in your parlor once more.
I like the implied relationship. The lore.
That is one mistake I will never repeat.
You gotta admit, Andy, the way he moves is totally amazing! Andy!
Next up, the big finale.
Yeah,
I thought you'd be happier.
just thinking about what we might face next.
But you know, we've made it this far. I'm sure we can handle anything they throw at us.
In my way, gosh.
Cloud and Aerith.
It's my favorite job in Final Fantasy V.
Please make your way to the gate.
Probably Mimic.
Man, you proved me wrong. You guys are pretty good. It's the final match. You good to go? I've got a lot of money riding on you two. Win it for me.
Got it, Gatekeeper. We'll win it for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our time together is almost over. Tonight's thrilling Corneo Cup, filled with unprecedented upsets and drama, has only one match to go! We know. We're just as disappointed as you are. But ladies and gentlemen, all good things must come to an end. So let's celebrate by getting so damn loud, they'll hear us up on the plane! Yeah! Come on! Once more, the sweethearts who've surprised us with upset after spectacular upset. The power couple with the boundless love for bloodshed. The champions of Madam M, Cloud and Aaron! Yeah! Come on now! Come on, you can do better than that! And now, five-time winners of the Corneo Cup, murder machines with countless kills to their name, along with a handful of namings, the deadly duo that takes out the trash with a vengeance. The Electric Executioners, Chocobo Sam's champions, Cuddy and Sleepy! Come on!
Robots?
More like Shinra armor.
More like cheating.
Who will walk away with the 1 million guild prize? Get ready for a fight guaranteed to go down in history! The final match of the Corneo Cup begins now!
I'm waiting. I'll end this.
One more shot!
Gotta give it my all.
Man, what a whiff, Cloud. Gosh. They're just flexing.
Never! I can't believe it! And the winners of the Corneo Cup, the deadly and dynamic duo, Cloud and Aaron!
My condolences. Oh, you're taking this rather well. I was looking forward to a little temper tantrum.
When you bet it all on a toss, sometimes you get burned by Lady Luck. Every coin has two sides.
You're right, of course. Even if they are both the
I
same.
was about to say, it's like they all have two, you know, sides. They just could also be just be the same side.
Later.
And now, I believe I have a prize to collect.
Sorry. The madam will have to wait. The Don's demanding that we tack on one more match, it seems.
What?
If they win out, then you get paid in full.
Now hold on just a goddamn minute.
His call, not mine.
Now that that's over, we can go save Tifa.
So we'll head back to Madame M's, get you changed, and then it's off to Corneo's.
Right.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you still have one fight left.
What do you mean?
The crowd loved your show a little too much. People were placing hefty bets, much heftier than you can possibly imagine. Corneo's going to milk this for as much as he can.
Meaning what?
You face and defeat
Like I
Corneo's
just said,
fighter
you
of
have one more
choice,
match.
and only then will you be declared winners of the tournament.
But what does that mean? It means you have one more match. So what are you trying to say? It means you have one more match.
You greedy bastard! Scum-sucking piece of shit-festering asshole! But that's the way it is. Corneo's the one who makes the rules around.
I don't know why, but I feel like she's holding
if you
back
win
when she's
this
trying to curse him out like that. It felt like a
Corneo
little
will have
too,
to accept your victory.
like,
And the crowd
that sort of
will make
tame
sure
sort of shouting, where like you're shouting but
this
you're
is
not
the
trying to
last
shout
one?
too loud. I didn't feel
I sure hope
unbridled
so.
rage. I felt we could have been more rageful in that delivery. Really let the energy out.
Watching you guys fight gave me goosebumps. Hope your next match is even better than the last. Ready to kick ass?
Psycho.
It's not even about the money anymore, man. I just want you guys to win it all.
Yeah, the Gatekeeper just
Show 'em what you
has
got.
complete turnaround in just 3 matches.
Tonight's Corneo Cup has been a spectacle
Rage like that one
no
video I
other.
saw of somebody couldn't get her chicken
And
nuggets.
we shared your
I don't know what you're talking about,
Ladies
but I
and
can only imagine,
But we
and
told you
what
that
I'm
it was
imagining is
coming to an
probably
end.
close to what I probably...
But
Yeah, I probably
nobody
mean that.
felt it more keenly
Just somebody
than one
completely
time
flipping
Corneo,
out,
who
screaming
had
at the top of their
to
lungs,
battle
shrill,
back in the
losing her voice, complete meltdown, squeezing every ounce into just useless energy of raging anger,
will be this evening's
just
leading
exploding,
fight.
total
The dynamic
volcano.
duo that has
Absolutely.
brought all competition thus far. Cloud and Aaron!
Over here! Look at them! They're so adorable!
You're the man, Cloud! Aaron, I love you! Marry me!
Their opponent, buried in the bowels of the Coliseum. An unspeakable horror, long in prison, set free tonight
I love the
by
presentation too for Hell House. It's just, this is such a good intro, such a good execution, and such a good fight.
the Hell
This fight is also really, in my opinion, what really convinced me that 7 Remake had the right idea for its battle design. Because one of the things I don't like in almost any RPG, now don't get me wrong, RPGs by design are meant to be easier than average video games. And that's not an insult. Because most video games are meant to challenge you and not really meant to be seen to completion. RPGs, however, are intended to be seen to completion. That was one of the design philosophies since the 80s, is that they had to make RPGs way easier. So the average person who doesn't really play video games can even beat an RPG. So most RPGs don't go too deep or offer much challenge unless you go out of your way to like fight a super boss or like artificially limit yourself in a challenge. And a lot of them are what I call brute force combat, where you can literally, and Pokemon's a great example. It doesn't matter, like Pokemon has an incredible tactical depth system. You can absolutely, like it goes, especially looking competitive, how incredibly number crunchy they get. But at the end of the day, you can beat regular Pokemon with just tackle. You can tackle your way to the end. You do not need advanced tactics.
Don't overdo it.
I'll show you what I can do.
The meanest of the mean. Or can they handle the horror of the Hell House?
But this fight, you can't brute force your way to.
Why don't you lead the way?
See, look how much damage Bio's doing. It deals so much damage.
Wait.
And also, it's so absurd that they're going so all in and so serious on like fighting a giant house. It just seems so comical. It's crazy. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, Hell House, the weird dinosaur tank, the dive bombing penguins, and the weird swinging anchor man are like the enemies that I just, for some reason, just leave an impression.
This might be better. Tagging out.
I got this. There will be no coming back from this one.
It's on you.
Here goes. Go on.
Come on.
Will they bring the house down?
Enjoy the ride.
Triceratops, is that what it's called? Triceratops?
Why don't you lead the way?
Heavens.
Don't overdo it.
Ladies and gentlemen, all you seen it, the world's first running house. What's this? The old switcheroo? As usual, the Hell House is up to no good.
I try to dodge that one.
This might be better.
And the music just goes so hard.
You got on the wrong side of this house.
It's your turn.
Let's do something.
If you want to know what's in the box, you'll just have to open it up and see.
Deal with that.
So it's my turn? Get him!
We're in the final stretch of the schedule. Once in a lifetime match. But has our power couple done enough to take home the cup?
This might be better.
Strats at any moment. Need to use the bathroom? Suck it up.
Can you take over for me?
Let's dance, asshole.
Don't you just want to gather up all those adorable little guys and hug them and never let go?
You'll feel it soon.
But yeah, A+ presentation on the Hell House. This is actually a giant analogy for the housing market crash of 2022/2023 that's coming.
We did it!
High five.
And the winners
It's just called the Heavy Tank.
and champions, Cloud
What a disappointingly plain name. See, that kind of energy was good. Thanks, Gabriel. Appreciate you.
Awfully rare you showing an interest in someone. What will you do?
I like the way he trims his goatee. I think I should start trimming it something similar. Like the empty space that's in between. Looks good.
There you are. I've been looking for you two. So Madam M wanted me to give you a message. She says you guys did pretty damn good, and that you should swing by her shop when you're done here. Got it?
Only exception to that
I
argument
was
is
also
X-Death from
hoping
Final
you might
Fantasy
be
V.
interested in a few more matches here at the Coliseum. Big events like the Corneo Cup are pretty sporadic.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, X-Death is like a final boss. It's okay that a final boss, like, throws like a bit of a curveball at you and challenges you a bit. I'm talking about the fact that you can pretty much go through the entirety of almost every game spamming the same brute force moves, which for most of Final Fantasy you still do, even against X-Death. What you do for most of the time, unless it's like a specific counter, is you simply open up your menu, select the attack that does the most damage, and then you spam that until you are unable to do so. You know, you watch the big numbers, and your brain feels good. Not to downplay it, but that pretty smooth brain sort of like battling is so boring. But it's necessary in this game because that is the skill level a lot of people go to for RPGs. A lot of people just want to chill, have a good time, and look at the story. The story is a big part of why people play RPGs. And some people don't want the combat to be an obstacle. And so sometimes a lot of the complexities that are introduced to an RPG just kind of fall flat. Which is why I really respect RPGs that are uncompromising in that design philosophy, where they can absolutely be easy to learn, but they don't necessarily have to be difficult to master. They're the ones that can combine both, where you are, for the sake of variety, doing different things.
You're the Cloud, right?
A very simple example would be, okay, with Hell House, it's primarily a magic-based fight. If you try to go in there literally swinging, you're gonna have a bad time.
Impressive work ethic. It's like they say, good things come to those who work. What goes around comes around, and in ways that might surprise
But
you.
other ways that are really clever are ones that incorporate, for example, like mechanics that you have to use. Like, say you use the dungeon mechanic and you had to use that same mechanic during a boss. A quick time event. A mini game.
You won't be able to leave town.
Well, not really a
Are you
mini
sure
game,
you're ready?
but yeah, we'll have to get it changed.
All right then, let's get started. Beauty takes a lot of work and preparation, far more than you'd know. In the meantime, let me think. You look like you haven't experienced the best of what this town has to offer. That really won't do.
Not interested.
Then maybe you can show the town.
But you also have
what
people that are not going to
offer
necessarily
instead.
agree with that too.
Which is to say,
Final Fantasy has
why
certainly
don't you
gone
try
through
putting
that
your finely
transition.
honed
A
mercenary
lot of
skills
people
of yours to
really
good use
like
here
the
in Walmart.
simplistic brute force
I have a few
gameplay.
little requests that
They
you
have
might be able to help
because
out
it's
with.
simple, it's unobtrusive.
I gave that hand extra.
And if the moment you have to ask people to
Now get
learn
out there and
more
show
in-depth
me what you
mechanics,
can do with it.
or you know, you force them into using a different battle system that isn't just punching the big numbers,
I can't wait to see the dress.
you will get pushback.
The dress is
That has only been seen historically. You will get pushback. You will get more respect from people that value gameplay,
This is gonna take some
and it
work.
may even intrigue people who are new to the series because maybe they did want something different from the regular
and I'll
just
sort
punch
out
big
your
numbers
eyes.
gameplay. Legend Dragoon is something that was a good example of that attempt to be engaging in the battle system. You can't sleep through Legend of Dragoon's battle, and that's a good way of putting it. You can't sleep through a well-done battle system. The Legend of Dragoon, for all its flaws and warts, and the battle system is one of those where, even though I think I probably took it a little too far and sometimes a lot of battles dragged on too long, the whole concept of those, and I can't remember what it's called, those maneuvers. You basically have to real-time punch in and time properly. That sort of input-based stuff, that really sets it apart. That makes sure that you are paying attention. You are not sleeping through the game. Xenogears also is like that as well. Can't just sleep through the game. Editions. Yeah, I think it was called Editions. Okay, real fast. We should have 2 side quests here. Here we go, yeah, Price of Thievery. And then we should also get... Shit, we're supposed to have Shear's counterattack. Did I fuck up? God damn. How did I mess up? Did I follow the wrong guide? Okay, maybe I didn't mess up. Okay. I think maybe I have to do Price of Thievery first. Because according to this, Shear's counterattack and the Price of Thievery is part of a quest line available depending on the player's choice. Town that never sleeps. Different choices will instead provide the quest The Party Never Stops in a Dynamite Body. Which, I don't see a Dynamite Body. I see Burning Thighs, but I don't see Dynamite Body. So maybe I am on the right track. Maybe I just have to do one. Xenoblade Chronicles is one of those where... And I was actually thinking of that too when I was talking about complexity. Because there's a lot of stuff to Xenoblade in terms of down attacks, up attacks, launching, like combos. There's a lot going on. And quite frankly, learning and mastering those are going to make your life easier. But a lot of people are going to be turned off by that. Especially since if you step away from that game and you forget all of those mechanics and come back, you are lost. I'm going to take a quick break real fast though, chat. We will be right back. Everyone stay hydrated. Okay, we're back. Alright, so we're gonna do Price of Thievery first. And we'll go on from there. Super bosses and complex gameplay is tricky to pull off. Tell me about it. Game design is not easy, no matter what anybody tries to say. Too much, and then you rely on guides instead of the intuitive gameplay? Yes and no. Because a well-designed, complex gameplay is rewarding people who were paying attention to the fundamentals. People who skip tutorials and people who do not understand the core gameplay, they're gonna have a bad time. I remember when I was selling Final Fantasy 15, I told everybody over and over, do not skip the tutorial fight. You're gonna have a bad time. And lo and behold, a lot of people who skipped that fight, thinking that it was just, I'm just gonna swing things because it's gonna be an action RPG, you had a bad time. Because you did not understand a lot of the fundamentals that were introduced there. I'm sure you could have figured it out, but you just made things harder for yourselves unnecessarily.
The fiends.
The culprit is none other than the notorious Angel of the Slums. People worship him.
People also can get very, very childish when it comes to their game mechanics. Because, man, I can't tell you the amount of times where I see somebody saying, this has bad gameplay, but what they're really trying to say is, I didn't like the gameplay. Because the gameplay can be well designed. The gameplay can function exactly as intended. And if it does do that, and it accomplishes what it set out to do, then it's not a badly designed system. You just don't like it, and there's a difference. One of my favorite examples that is always a sore spot, especially in the Final Fantasy community, is Final Fantasy 13. That game has a wonderful battle system.
I've got to find those
Incorporating the paradigm system where every single paradigm not only serves a very clear and very specific purpose and accomplishes it very well, but you also cannot sleep through any gameplay. It always, you know, I could tell that was when people really hit the fan in terms of how crazy and bad their takes can be, because the amount of people be like, 13's so bad, you can just auto battle your way through the game. If you say that, you have just admitted you have never played that game. Because you cannot auto battle your way through the game at all. Even if you put it on easy mode, you can't do that. Because auto battle doesn't change your paradigms. And you have to change your paradigms in that game if you're going to get anywhere. Like, you can brute force your way through, like, trash mobs. But even, like, later in the game, you can't brute force your way through those trash mobs. You have to apply the stagger system. You have to chase stagger. There is no two ways about it. And what I love about Final Fantasy 13 is it's aware that a lot of people are not going to absorb its battle system very well. It's the first time I saw in Final Fantasy where they put the ability to stop the battle and restart. Like in 7 Remake, they do the same thing, but in 13 they started doing it where they realize people are going to lose battles. And they're going to lose battles because they didn't prepare, and they didn't plan, and they didn't implement properly. And that level of failure rubbed people the wrong way. And I love that. I love that they got salty over not learning and not applying like the core principles of the paradigm system. They didn't want to play by the rules. They wanted to try to play it their way. They found out they couldn't play it their way, and so they had a fit and didn't like it. And I love that. And it got even better in 13 too, which really refined the whole thing. It added a whole new layer of adding and customizing your party as well. That was super cool. And adding like distance variation to it. Am I going the right way for this quest? I'm gonna go here. Yeah. Gonna make me run all the way here. And the fact because here's what you can do. You can sleep through Final Fantasies 1 through, I'm gonna say, maybe 10, arguably 9, where 90% of the battles in that entire game you can sleep through. You just brute force it. And you know you can brute force it because if you do take time out of your way to go and over level, you can absolutely sleep through the battles even more. You can brute force your way through the entire battle. 9 you can definitely sleep through. Occasionally you're gonna come across a boss like where it has like a gimmick where, oh, you can't hit this with anything but like lightning magic. Cool, whatever. At the end of the day, you're just gonna brute force it. You're just gonna brute force it with lightning magic. Like it's really fundamentally the same thing. That didn't alter your strategy or approach to it. 10 is very much the case of brute forcing because the more you spend time in that game, the more overpowered you become. You just can't help it. But it's okay because it'll let you just have fun with the freedom to do whatever you want. And that's pretty good too. But starting with 11, like 11 you obviously can't just sleep your way through, it's an MMO. You are not going to auto battle your way through Final Fantasy 11. You're not going to do it.
I'll end this.
Gotta give it my all. Sloppy.
I didn't realize that was an AoE. You can catch everyone in the middle of that. I thought it was always a single target. But yeah, 12, you cannot auto-battle your way through. You have to understand the gambit system. You have to understand it, and you have to apply it properly, or you're gonna have a bad time. All the 13 games, you have to understand their combat system, or you're gonna have a bad time. 14, you need to understand that system. Even though 14, in my opinion, is pretty simple. It's an MMO either way. You can't sleep through it. You have to pay attention at least a little bit.
Sorry about this.
And 15, again, you can't just swing your sword through the entire game. You can't just chuck the strongest spell you have. It doesn't work that way.
Alright, get moving.
And 7, for the most part, you know, even though obviously we are doing it now, but this is New Game Plus with a maxed out save file. Going through originally, you can't just swing your sword the entire way through. You do have to understand the minutia of the combat system in 7 Remake, and for that reason, I really enjoy it.
But I can manage on my own. I know these streets like the back of my hand. Better, even.
It's the angel of the slums! She took the Tong stuff! He's gonna be pissed!
Well, I'll be seeing you. Huh. Thanks to you, we can put this mess behind us. I'm grateful.
The guardian angel of the slums. Radiant defender of the downtrodden? Huh. Wonder if I'm an accomplice.
Oh, nice of you to restore my HP and FP there. Alright, I guess I do have to visit Jules.
Never seen you before.
Here to work out. Put some muscle on that bony frame of yours.
Thanks for coming, and welcome to our.
I think Jules is awesome. Jules is such a bro.
Head trainer.
The Disgaea series of games have battles that are designed to kill your entire battle, and if you're overpowered, you get a bad ending. I do like that too, where if you do try to over battle through Disgaea without using its, you know, mechanics, it doesn't punish you, but it gives you an ending that's not great, which I guess you could say is a punishment. And I agree with that too.
Cloud? If you want to give it a go,
of course,
let me know.
remember the people behind Disgaea who made like games like La Pucelle Tactics and stuff like that, they've been doing that forever. Like with La Pucelle, if you over level too much and fight too much, you actually get automatically a bad ending, which incidentally becomes a canon ending because Prie does become an overlord. Do I have to do this? Oh, okay.
Ha! You're taking me on? You look like a dried up old terpsichore left out in the sun. Got no idea what you're getting into, little man.
All right, enough talk. We'll settle this the tried and true traditional way. A squat off. Now,
I'm surprised like Cloud doesn't have a weird reaction when he hears the word squat off.
I knew you could do it!
not bad at all.
That's how it's done.
You've got this, come on! Your form's looking good. You've got this, come on!
I knew you could do it! That's how it's done.
Not bad at all.
That's how it's done.
Your form's looking good. You've got this, come on!
I knew you could do it!
You've got this. Come on. Not bad at all. Your form's looking good. That's how it's done. Your form's looking good. I knew you could do it. You've got this. Come on. Not bad at all. That's how it's done. You've got this. Come on. Your form's looking good. I knew you could do it. Not bad at all. You've got this. Come on. That's how it's done. Your form's looking good. You've got this. Come on. That's how it's done. I knew you could do it.
I was going easy. I was trying to get this rhythm down.
Nothing to it.
Ronnie's just there to like shark you into this. He's there to make you feel confident.
How the hell did I lose to this scrawny little kid who looks like he doesn't even consume his daily recommended amount of protein?
Says you. I eat bitches for breakfast. I get plenty of protein.
You're too quick to judge people by their build. That and your overtrained ego are the main reasons you lost to our bold challenger here.
Thanks for helping me teach my boys a valuable lesson.
Yeah,
Sorry
Jules is
for
the
dragging
best.
you into it. Cloud, we're all one big family here at this gym, and now you're part of it. If you're ever up for training, our doors are always open to you. Let's work together to maintain healthy minds and bodies.
That's enough of that. Should probably get back to Madam M's.
Okay, now we get it. Good, good, good. Okay, good. Now we have Shear's counterattack. Well, what would have been perfect is if they added like little Gundam noises during this fight. That would have been perfect.
Why, hey there, champ. Got word from
And
Madam
he
M.
startled me when he just came out of the side. I'm like,
You have
whoa.
time to kill before Aerith's ready for the big event.
I love the series. Oh, I love Disgaea too.
What do you say?
And I love all the Disgaeas, not just Disgaea 2.
We've got a hell
I actually
of a lot
never
of fans
finished
clamoring to
6,
see
so I
their
really should go
favorite
back and do
champ
that.
go
But
another
Disgaea
round.
is one of those that also kind of
And
has like a
something
good
tells
story
me
that I
they're
want
not
to
gonna rest until they
recap the
see you
series
kick
on.
ass again. Now get on down to the Coliseum ASAP.
Music is also really good too. For the longest, I have always said that Disgaea, in my opinion, is peak of the isometric grid-based, turn-based battle systems. It is one of the best designed ideas of being, easy to learn, difficult to master. It hits that challenge bump just right, and I love that it says as hard or as easy as you want to make it. And in terms of customization, it is hard to beat Disgaea in terms of customization. The customization you have for any given unit in Disgaea, I have yet to see any RPG competently match that. Disgaea goes hard. At the same time, if you just want to have a chill time, you could probably do that. You're actually going through Witch in the Hundred Knight, actually part of the Disgaea universe. I don't know if Witch in the Hundred Knight is part of the Disgaea universe. What is the connective tissue? I know they added Metalia to Disgaea as a guest character. Is that all it takes? Because the game itself, Witch in the Hundred Knight, there really is, to my knowledge, like no overt connection to that universe.
Here he is, the man of the hour.
I enjoyed Witch in the Hundred Knight. I even made a tips video for it back in the day because no one in the entire internet made one. Back when Witch in the Hundred Knight first came out, a game is obscure when there's not even a single guide on the entire internet for it. Nowhere. Not GameFAQs, no forum, not Reddit, nowhere. There is no guide for it. Not even an official one. So when I was playing Witch in the Hundred Knight when it first came out, I was going in blind. And only when some information came out about like the quote-unquote fake ending, that's the quote-unquote good ending, it's actually the bad ending, and the bad ending, it's actually the good ending, did we actually do anything. But do the turret and the mini knight, you put those two on, you need almost nothing else in Witch in the Hundred Knight. Those two will carry you through the entire game. I really did like Witch in the Hundred Knight. I need to play the sequel. I got the sequel and I'm glad I did. I love how it's red. I love that crest that it has in the front. It's super good.
He's been sharpening his blades and dreaming of payback. Can our champ come out on top again? Fighters!
The flames make him go faster.
Let's dance, asshole.
Don't spoil it? Okay, I won't spoil it.
Our champ stands victorious once more! Cloud wins! Cuddy's quest for sweet revenge has ended.
There's also a connection to the Disgaea RPG app. I have no idea what that is. And now I'm curious. Because I kind of wish a lot of the Nippon Ichi RPGs did have a connective tissue. I really enjoyed a lot of it. I want to feel that, like, because there's a lot of multiverses in Disgaea, that's why you can have a lot of overlords from different dimensions come over here. It's kind of why I want to believe that there's a connective tissue, but I don't know.
Very nicely done.
Shouldn't you be working on my
Here's your
dress?
cut. You earned it.
Wait, you're here?
I'm about to say.
My people are working on her hair right now. I thought I'd take the opportunity.
I love it
to
when a
drop
game
by
matches what
and
I'm
let you
thinking in
know.
real life. That's good writing.
I have to admit, I never get tired of seeing Sam's precious toys take a beating.
All right.
I can tell by your hands you've come a long way. They're the hands of a fighter who has found new purpose. A woman or two? I wonder.
Just doing what I've always done.
Anyway, Aerith should be finishing up soon. I'll go on ahead to check on her. Whenever you're ready, come back to the parlor.
But yeah, that's another point that I give to 7 Remake. An absolute point that can never be taken away. It has an overt Gundam reference. That gets an automatic point in my book. And it's one of those where, like, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, it doesn't matter. But if you know, you know. Alright, we should have got the best dress for her.
Cloud! Finally! Tifa! She's... I don't...
Take a deep breath. What about Tifa?
I heard Corneo was gonna audition new girls soon. And Tifa's gonna be... I don't know what to do.
Well, I do.
I'll come too! Hey, Cloud! Bro. I can call you bro, right?
No.
Nope.
Just want to say, bro, that I'm totally relieved that you're looking out for Tifa. So, like, how'd you get so strong anyway, bro?
I said.
They injected me with alien blood.
It's like poetry and violence. Bam, bam, whoosh, whoosh. You know? I really wish I could be just like you. My problem is that I tend to overthink and overanalyze everything. So, bro, do you have any advice for us? Well, this is it for me. Call me crazy, but I have a feeling.
Is Witch in the 100 Night good? It's okay. Into like the overall scheme of video games, I had fun with it. It definitely has a lot of dark humor to it. And not like the sort of dark humor that's like cheeky from Disgaea. It goes into some very like places. Yeah, the only one who has bro privileges is Jules. Absolutely true. Jules is the only one who's allowed to call me a bro, and I will absolutely accept it. He has bro card. No one else.
You again?
Got that letter of approval you mentioned.
Huh? You know that's only good for women, right?
Yeah, it's for Aerith.
Who? Oh, that girl you were with. Sorry to hear that. Well, either way, you're stuck out here, pal. I can't let you in.
I wasn't asking for permission.
Huh? Wouldn't try it if I were you. Trust me, you don't want to screw with the Don. If you even think about causing any trouble, he'll make sure someone pays for it. And that someone might wind up being the girl you're trying so hard to break out. Or it could wind up being someone you've never even met before. Get it?
Oh, in that case, I'll go ahead and do it. It's like that old adage of, if you have a box and it'll like print you $1 million, but it would randomly kill someone in the world.
Then bring the girl and the
But it's guaranteed you don't know them. Would you press it?
If I were you, I would.
Like, yeah, actually I would. Sorry. I'm morally flexible like that. Nobody's guaranteed a tomorrow.
Hey, get out of the way! Quit talking!
Good, I got the best dress. Alright.
Come on! Yo, clear the road! Ma'am?
Hey, yeah.
That's really...
Yeah. Corneo's got certain tastes. This dress is so gaudy and impossible to move in.
Yeah.
But in terms of other things I look forward to for 7 Remake, again, I want to see Cloud steal Tifa's panties. I want to see him ride a dolphin up to the tower.
Did Johnny forget to give
And
you
I
my
want to see
message?
Tifa have a
The
slapping
one
match
asking
with
me to stay put?
Scarlet.
No, I got it. I was worried about you.
We have to have that. And with the confidence
starting
with
to
which
think
they
this
put in the
place is more
Honeybee
dangerous
Inn and the
than we
dancing
thought.
scene, I feel
Who
pretty
knows what
confident
they'll
we're
ask
going to
you to
get
do
at
in
least
this
2 of those 3.
audition. No way in hell I'll let you go in there by yourself.
By myself? Oh, don't worry. I wasn't gonna. Come on. You'll see.
See what, exactly?
According to Madam M, you've caught the eye of a
I
certain
also want to
fabulous
have the
someone, and they'd
golden
like to meet in
saucer
person.
Huh?
have it to where if you pick Barrett as the person you go, out with, I want it to have it to where they actually have a really chill, very cool bro outing. And because they make it seem super awkward in the original, so it's almost like it's a punishment. But I'm like, I think if they actually just kind of let their hair down, they could totally have a really cool, fun guys' night out. And I think that would be a really fun way to redo that scene.
Where are you headed? Well, what do we have here? You're quite the pretty little lady.
What? Say that again.
Don't be like that. You're still the most beautiful girl in the world. Hey there, cutie. Where you headed? Why don't you let me buy you a cup of coffee?
I also want them, just writing-wise, to redo the timing with which Barrett reveals his sob story background, because I always found it super weird that
Why are we here?
he talks about this is how I lost my wife and I lost my art and my best friend died, but then he's coming back and tries to kill me after I've adopted his daughter and everything sucks. And I was like, well, that sucks. Anyway, Golden Saucer's next. Let's go have fun, throw basketball hoops and play mini games. It's like the timing and that's so weird. And some people are like, oh, maybe they're trying to cheer up Barrett. That was not the intention of that at all. But it would be cool if they did rewrite it like that.
Come on. Don't you want to save Tifa?
So don't you think getting cheap carnival toys is going to make you forget about your dead wife and missing arm?
This is our plan, and you'll learn
No.
to love it. So,
I know it doesn't. It's so tone deaf.
Madam M said Andrea was a man.
But again, it'd be cool if Cloud again and Barrett just had a chill dudes night out and went bowling or something like that and just had fun. I think that would be a super cool way to do that. They don't have to make that super weird, awkward Ferris wheel ride.
Come on! Don't you want to save Tifa?
So, you a topsider? Good evening. Welcome to the entertainment extravaganza that is the Honeybee Inn.
We're here to see Andrea Rodea.
You must be Mr. Cloud. He's waiting for you.
Mr. Cloud?
I've been instructed to send you through without delay, sir. Please, make your way to the stage in the back.
What stage?
The one in the back, sir. Straight through those doors and down the hall.
Okay, I am gonna save scum this because... Hold on, let me check one thing. Okay, so just for like perfecting, I think the dance sequence, you get like a set of earrings, which don't matter. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to get it, just for completion purpose. It doesn't even matter at all, but I kind of want to do it. So I think I will save scum. Sorry, not sorry, chat. God, I can't believe I put 90 hours in this game. But think of how cool that would be as a cool spin. Now for research purposes, we do have to inspect all of these doors. Again, this is just for research purposes. What if you can talk to them? You can.
Hey there, Dollface. We've been waiting for ya. Come on in, have a seat.
No, I'm not here for...
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. I think you might have wandered into the wrong room by mistake.
You don't get to shower with dudes in this one. Again, research purposes.
Oh, yeah, right there. That's the stuff. I'm gonna get ya.
I feel like this is the first way we more or less see Palmer. But now I'm in debt.
And here's the man of the hour. Chosen by Andrea himself. Our honored guest.
And no.
This is your first time.
I'm terrible with, by the way,
It's okay.
quick time
You
minigames,
wanna
so
practice your dance moves first?
I don't expect to nail this first try.
Why would I want to do that?
Andrea thought it might be a good idea. Over here. Come on now.
Hey, hold on.
Let's see if I can practice.
Delicious. Perfection. Work it, honey. Delicious. Perfection. Work it, honey. Delicious. Perfection. Work it, honey. Delicious.
Okay.
You've got real rhythm, mister. Move over, girls. A new dancer's come to town. Come on, come on. The show's about to start!
My. Is that Cloud? Darling, I had no idea.
Now you just sit tight until Andrea takes the stage.
Look at his muscles. Aw, he's blushing.
It can be bitter, but we can make it oh so sweet. Here at the Honey Bee, in every moment is a treat.
You can tell they put a lot of love into the scene. Oh, absolutely. Like, you want presentation? It's hard to beat this. Like, some people say this would be going too far. I would say those people are just jealous.
You seek my approval, do you? I understand.
But those who crave my favor must first prove that they know how to move.
Dance is the universal language. People say it's math, it's dance.
Think you can follow my lead?
God, I missed one. Shit. I missed another one. Ah. That was bad. Screwing up already. Oh, fuck that one up too. Alright, if I save scum this, you're gonna watch the sequence again. I don't care, I'm getting it. Getting that accessory.
Keep it up, Cloud! Work it!
I'm just slipping.
you tried.
That's not good. If she said, well, you tried, that does not sound good.
Honey, I'm in love. Yes. Yes, I will transform you
Nope.
into a vision of beauty. Now, without further ado, let us begin!
It doesn't matter because the earrings would be covered up by her scruff anyway. You wouldn't even see it. You were born for this. This is my favorite dress, but apparently this is the one that's closest to like the original. Personally, I think it's too floofy at the bottom. Oh well, I won't redo the thing just for getting one miss. It's not worth it.
perfection. True beauty is an expression of the heart. A thing without shame, to which notions of gender don't apply. Don't ever be afraid, Chloe.
Michael, I was always disappointed with this Force QTE. Disappointed how? There's one thing I can say that I didn't like about the QTE is the fact that it forces you to not pay attention to the cutscene.
Look of surprise. Wow, Cloud. Now that was a show.
So like the first time I played this, I'm like, oh damn, this is, you know, a really interesting cutscene. But then you're missing out on the QT itself, so it's like you're almost punished for not watching it.
Not even one?
You're at odds.
No, but one must be.
But you're so pretty.
Wait, I'm going in the wrong way.
Get away from me before I...
Trust me, I would if I could.
Hey, little lady, are you lost?
Whoa, be still my heart. It's the battle of my
Can't have just one. More you eat.
Whoa, that is one hot chick.
I'll just sell the 3. Thanks, man. Fist bump right back to you. We're getting it done. Thank you for your support. But either way, this is like the closest I can think of it being like the originals. Tifa's blue dress, Eris's really nice red
Here you
dress,
are. Letters from Andrea Rodea and Madam M. That ought to
the
do
strapless
trick,
one,
right?
and then Cloud's like all purple with the
Is there
tiara.
a problem?
I hope you know what you're in for.
Oh, we'll be fine.
If you say so. Come on.
But you know, he does need the giant frilly bottom to hide all his weapons. It's tactical.
The two of you here for the audition? Second floor, at the very end of the loft. And don't go poking your nose in where it doesn't belong.
That one's Madam M's girl, ain't it? Man, she's hot.
That Andrea's girl? I'd let her do things to me.
Room's at the end. Keep walking.
They put an achievement in it? Oh, okay. If that's the case, then I probably got it. The QTE was done in such a way that it felt like it's part of the scene, which is true, it really does, and just enough not to miss out on the performance. I mean, I'm not good at these rhythm games, but I'm sure if I did a second try, since I'm more used to what to expect, I would probably nail it.
What's that weird, sweet smell?
It's not like having a large bar. Yeah, it's not like Guitar Hero or something like that, where like 75% of the screen is just obscured. No, I feel it was tastefully done.
Damn it.
Cloud.
So, how you pretty ladies doing? Feeling a little lightheaded?
I can't hear you. You're wearing a mask.
Let's say we escort you to the parlor.
What?
To make yourself more comfortable. Let's get this show on the road.
Where are you taking us?
Come on now. Oopsie daisy. Hey, together with Ted, asshole. The hell? You want to throw down the Corneo's girl? So if you leave a mark on him, you ain't getting off with a one. I know. Managed to wrangle some real lookers this time, though.
Hey, can you hear me?
Tifa?
Yes?
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Wait a minute. Cloud? Is that you? Oh my god, that makeup! And that dress!
Nailed it. I know. Thank you. Moving on. You good?
Yeah, bit woozy, but I'll manage. Hey Tifa, how you doing?
Okay.
Oh, right. I'm Aerith, a friend of Cloud's. We were worried and thought we'd come help you out.
Thanks?
Cut the chatter. We gotta leave.
Huh?
Right now.
No, not until I've got what I came for.
What?
So, after we made it back to the slums, some guys came around asking all kinds of questions. So I did some digging.
And found out they were Corneo's men.
Right. They were interested in Avalanche. But I couldn't figure out why. So I thought I'd come and ask the man himself.
Seriously?
Thought if I could find a way in and get some one-on-one time, but then I realized I'd only be one of 3 candidates, and that if he didn't pick me, it would all be for nothing.
So I killed the other 2 candidates, and so I was the only choice. But then you 2 applied, so now I have to try all over again.
Right.
So yeah, if we're all in on it, then nothing can go wrong.
I guess not.
You? Me? Cloud? Makes no difference who gets chosen, does it?
I don't know, Aerith. It feels wrong getting you involved in all this.
Don't even bother trying to talk her out of it.
Oh, Cloud gets me. Took you long enough.
So what happens now?
I think they'll call for us when it's time.
This room gives me the creeps.
Like one's red, one's blue, and then like I'm purple. Just like a mix of the 2. Symbolism. Let's see what we got here. I don't remember. Mostly support.
Now, ladies, listen up. I'm sure you're still feeling a bit woozy, but tonight's audition's about to begin. Head out the door to the left and up the stairs. Come on, ladies, let's hustle.
All right, guys, let's do this.
Do you want to do this?
Nice abridged callback? What was the callback? I know you're probably referencing Final Fantasy VII Abridged from Team 4 Star. Not gonna lie, I didn't watch that.
Okay, my beautiful ladies.
Because I watched like the first episode of it, and I was like, I'm not feeling this, and so I didn't watch any of it. I kind of didn't like. I didn't really.
You look kind of familiar.
Their humor just didn't do it for me. The writing wasn't there for me. Thunderhead? Oh, okay.
All right, y'all good to go? Then let's do this thing. Introducing Wall Market's most eligible bachelor, the one and only Don Corneo. Ladies?
I love the way they animated Don Corneo. Probably the best usage of jiggle physics in this entire game.
Shall I pick? Oh. Shall I pick you? Or maybe you? Yeah.
He likes a strong woman who works on her triceps and biceps. Because he knows only a useless woman is gonna like ignore the reps and work the forearms without working the shoulders and back. That's an amateur move, and Don Corneo understands this.
Today's?
And tomorrow's, or the day after's, if the Don takes a shine to you.
Pathetic.
Huh? Hey, which one of you said that? Was it you? Ooh, you got a mouth on you. I'm gonna enjoy breaking it in. Today's lucky lady is the big bone girl. Huh? Still playing hard to get? I can dig it. Oh, yeah. The leftovers are all yours.
Yeah. Okay, ladies. Y'all coming with me.
Don't be shy, little kitten. Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar. No need to play coy. Nobody here but you and me. Oh, you're even cuter than I thought.
Back off.
Ooh! This kitten's got claws! I love it!
What was that?
Don't you worry your pretty little head. Just a picture to preserve the moment.
It's already uploaded onto social media. It's in the cloud. You'll never get it back cloud.
Like say no.
Asshole.
Oh, praise me more!
Hey, yo, fellas. We got guests, and y'all got first crack at entertaining them. Courtesy of the ever-generous Don Corneo himself. Never forget, the Don provides.
Yeah. Corneo!
Hey yo, Corneo, Corneo.
So, ladies, ready to get to it?
Yeah. I guess I'm good to go whenever. How about you, Tifa?
4 guys between us. Okay, let's not keep Cloud waiting.
Right.
Wait. I know you. The Colosseum.
What the hell?
Get down!
Don't you stupid!
Wait!
Good job, Eric. It was nothing compared to you.
Andrea filled me in on the situation. I come bearing gifts with gear. I'll do what I can to clean this up. Just finish the job.
Thank you. go rescue Cloud.
Corneo's right?
Better hurry.
Man, I'd love quality time in a place like that.
Bet they're going at it right now.
Get him!
I see the light.
That's the way to do it.
Oh, what's back here? Oh, just a chest.
What are you doing here? Hey, ain't you two the rejects?
Would kill for a shower.
Don't stop! Tell me what
You
a bad
depraved
boy I
bastard.
am! Yes, I am! Here I come, baby! Hey, who the hell gave you permission to do that? One of you get in here and teach this bitch some manners!
Sorry, but your boys had to learn some manners too.
What the?
Cloud, your clothes!
She got out of that dress, undressed, and redressed really quickly,
What are you
and
three
B,
up to?
nobody
We'll ask the
blinks an
questions.
eye.
Like, why'd you have men in Sector 7?
Hey, you know what? Sometimes
about
circumstance don't give you, you know, the convenience of privacy.
Huh? Don't know what
There's a solid gold bar there to the
Don't
left.
play dumb with me. Let's try again. Why did you have men in Sector 7?
I feel Corneo wouldn't have minded playing with Cloud after reveal. I kind of feel that too. I feel like this guy is like, you know, if there's a hole, there's a way.
Cut him off.
Kind of philosophy.
All right,
He's like,
all right,
this doesn't change anything. Like they say, he has particular tastes.
Some guy with a gun for an arm. I was paid to find him.
Paid by who?
I can't tell you that. They'd hunt me down like a dog.
Well, you better. Because if you don't,
I'll rip them off.
It was the director of public security, Heidegger. It was Heidegger.
Shinra! And what were they planning?
Some things are better left unsaid, you know?
See, I'm not so sure they are. Better keep talking.
Or I'll smash them.
It's like a horse whinny.
All right, you got me. I could never say no to a sexy girl. Since Avalanche blew up 2 reactors, Shinra's decided they ought to stamp them out, home base and all. And I mean stamp out.
Like stamp the dog?
By targeting the support pillar and blowing it up.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Pillar?
Did I stutter?
No, you just
blade
weren't
will
clear.
Come crashing down. It'll be Sector 6 all over again. I'm sure you've been there and seen the wreckage for yourself, so you know exactly what Sector 7's gonna look like.
Yeah, sure, if Corneo is scared or turned on. Why not both?
Come on, guys. We gotta go.
Before you do,
no.
I feel like this man could escalate a half chub under just about any circumstance.
As everyone knows, villains only divulge their plans in a certain situation. But what is that situation?
I love the little jiggle he does on this too.
When they think they've already won, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a winner! You get an all-expenses-paid trip to the sewers. Enjoy the sights and smells!
Are we on schedule?
The Turks are on top of it. Yes, there will be no delays.
Please, Mr. President, I am asking you to
Reeve. I always call him Reeves.
No, begging.
I don't know where I get that S from.
The Sector
Reeve,
7 Undercity is home
Reeves.
to more than 50,000.
Director Tuesti.
Tuesti.
At least let us issue a warning.
I also
sir.
like the way he cuts his beard.
The stench of the director's cowardice fills the room yet again.
With much beard comes much responsibility.
Progress requires sacrifice. Learn to live with it.
I also love his tie. That's a sharp tie. I know you get different dialogue based on who you check on first.
Where in the...
But I do feel like Cloud would check up on Tifa first.
Damn it, Reeks. Tifa?
Cloud. We have to get back to the slums right now.
Yeah.
I didn't want to drag Aerith into all this.
She'll understand.
How do you two know each other?
I saved her. She saved me. Round and round it goes.
And that's all there is to it. Sure there isn't something else going on? Damn it.
This was another smart way of revitalizing this fight. Because when you have the whole, he does the move where he flushes the entire area with water, you can avoid most if not all of the damage by positioning yourself correctly underneath the water. So that's a great way to incorporate a battle mechanic into the 3D environment where you have the luxury of freeform movement. So I think this was another good updated fight. Another reason where like this is how you translate a fight from a static 2D playing ground to the mobility of 3D movement. I love how he poses. Super nice. I think I'm the one with fire. Is it the right horn or the left horn? Or does it matter?
Burn. Go on. There. One more shot.
You got mana fake out. Oh, I forgot what his abilities were. What were they? I remember counter stance being super useful.
Gotta give it my
Oh,
all.
that was such a ruination. What a waste. Jebaited.
This one's for you!
Brutal. Another whiff. Well, that was scuffed. But the fight still was good.
There it goes.
Now here's where I would have redesigned the following section.
Was probably
I
Corneo's
think
pet.
the following section of the sewers
We were dinner.
is okay because you fight like the Sahagin and then you get introduced to like Toad status and all that.
Hey, you don't believe that crazy story of his, do you?
But what I think would have been more
Shinra wouldn't
interesting
sacrifice a whole sector
is
just to take out Avalanche,
if they
would
did kind of like a cat and mouse
Destroying
chase thing
part
where
of the
like you're
city?
stuck in the
Killing
sewers
all
and you
those
have to like
people just to
basically
get
bait
at
the
us?
Abzu to break down walls for you.
I don't know.
Or it can like charge you into like backwards areas, so it becomes like an interesting cat and mouse game. You can incorporate like the mechanics that way.
If he was
I think that would have been a fun mini game to kind of get to the next
then there's
area,
still a
rather
chance
than
he
just being a
was,
traditional sewer
isn't
level.
there? Then we should
And it
go.
was just another
And
sewer
if it
level.
turns out he was lying, then so what? Right?
Tifa!
Same thing for when you're doing Leslie's thing and you have to like
tunnels are all
chase that little goblin thing through the sewers.
What is it?
That entire
I'm
sequence
pretty
took
sure
way
we can
too
use
long.
these tunnels to make our way back to Sector 7. The sewers under Sector 6 and
Sewer
7
levels are so
should be
interesting in
connected.
RPGs because we see them so
Get in
often
trouble,
and yet so
just follow the
seldomly done
stench.
in an interesting
Another
manner.
one of those lessons.
That isn't just a way of just being
An
an urban
avalanche
dungeon.
thing, actually. We use them to move around the Undercity, in emergencies.
Sure we're not lost?
Positive. There should be a big waterway just up ahead. Let's find that first.
Lead the way.
I've got this.
You mean
Calling fire. Just like that, okay?
I gotcha.
True, but Final Fantasy is known to let the players wander and explore endlessly at times. Not in their dungeons. Most Final Fantasy dungeons are very much on rails. In fact, I would argue that for almost all of them, they're by default on rails. There's not really a lot of wandering to be done with it. They don't have too much creativity when it comes to dungeons. Final Fantasy is not what I would call like a quality dungeon series. Like they're there, but very few times there's like, man, that's a really good dungeon. More often they're just like, okay. They're just gonna get from point A to point B. Wide rails? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't call this wide rails, but yeah. It's better than not. Like, it's better than nothing. It's not low tier. But to me, when you start making things like maze-like, I don't think I have to repeat myself, but I don't like mazes. And mazes are just there to waste your time. That's not there for wandering. It's not exploring. It's there to waste your time. Where, alright, we have a whole bunch of, like, you know, curves and dead ends, and the whole point is to make it seem like, okay, you can go this way, you can go that way, one of them's probably right, and one of them's a complete waste of time, and you just have to backtrack and go back and figure out which way it is. It's okay to have 1 or 2 mazes in a game, but too many mazes? No thanks, that's just padding. That is, we don't know how to make an interesting dungeon design, so we're going to make you waste as much time as possible. And the reason why we want to do that in some RPGs is so you have the opportunity to do more.
Now you go for it.
Let's do this.
You have more opportunities to basically fight things and gain XP.
That's the way to do it.
The good news is that in this game, and I appreciate it from a pacing standpoint on leveling, you don't have to grind in this game ever.
Is it safe to go through here? It's really dark.
And that's really good in terms of the pacing for the battle design.
Assuming Corneo was telling us the truth, what do you think Shinra's really up to? I mean,
Because the game gives you more than enough resources, both for materia and items, and even like your level, quote-unquote. Your relative power to what you're doing is always more than enough.
I can't imagine any way they could profit from it. It's gonna cost them a
You should
fortune
never
to
feel
build.
pressure to
Corneo's lying. He's gotta be. Guys like him do it all the time.
grind in this game because you don't need to.
Locked up tight.
But not if we use the skeleton key Jesse made.
Huh. Does this mean it's in the water?
We'll see.
Or give you a quest to get 10 of X items, Scott? Yes, exactly. Those type of get X many of Y object is part of that RPG quest trifecta that you don't think about, but is super common to the point where just having it is almost expected, but just having it makes you unoriginal, makes you generic. And that is, go over here and talk to a person, go over here and kill a thing, or collect X many of Y object. You have those 3 side quests. And yes, there's almost not an RPG in the entire world that does not have that, but the whole point is that they can be more than that, or they use that opportunity to do something such as give character exposition, add context to background, world building, something like that. It's not just there as filler and fodder, you know? I'm gonna be real, this game did not succeed very much on that. The side quests are absolutely the trifecta of filler. What was I supposed to do? Find the skeleton key, that's right. I think I have to turn on the lights, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I literally wandered around in a circle for no reason. Make no mistake.
That's a power generator, all right.
Wow, talk about ancient.
It's an antique, older than the Mako reactors even. It'll be a miracle if it still works.
Stand back, guys. I'll pull this lever.
Hey, would you look at that?
And let there be light.
Isn't that a biblical quote? Did she just quote the Bible? Am I going the right way? No, I have to find the skeleton key. It's down here, though. Oh, that's where I just was. Derp. Make no mistake, wandering and exploring in my case doesn't mean anything because I can get lost in a hallway with one door.
You're done.
Moving on then.
But yeah, I do agree. Who said it? Gabriel, yeah, where you said like the usage of the stamp to kind of implicate why we're moving in one particular way. That is good contextualization. That's why I give it a pass. Because the original 7 was linear as fuck. It was just you moving on one road, one way on a pre-made, you know, JPEG background of a pre-rendered 3D art scene. That's all it was. But here, you know, they add contextualization to it. So even though you are, you know, in a base manner, just moving in down a hallway, at least the reason for doing so and the context for doing so is a bit more palatable. Some people don't like to hear it. To them, it's just, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of another, and I get that.
Sector 7 should be just on the other side of this waterway.
So this is where Sector 6 ends.
And where Sector 7 begins. Once we cross over, we can start looking for a way back to the surface.
Might be harder than you think.
Let's just try to make our way down this tunnel. See if we can't use those gates to clear a path. We can do this. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
To be fair, was the first 3D Final Fantasy game. The problem is it wasn't a 3D Final Fantasy game. It was still a 2D operated game, it just used 3D sprites. At no point in Final Fantasy, except for maybe what is the name of that mini game where you're defending that Phoenix egg? But that one. Are you actually moving in a 3D environment? See, to be a 3D game, you need to be in a 3D and moving in a 3D environment with 3D objects. You do not do that in Final Fantasy.
Just like that, okay?
You are a 3D object moving on a 2D plane. Fort Condor, thank you. But that was the illusion, though, Brett. Like, it's good that you brought that up, because that was part of the illusion. The illusion is that if we had 3D pre-rendered backgrounds, people wouldn't notice that they're still playing a 2D game. And it worked.
I'll end this. Don't close your...
Hey! Here goes.
Nothing to it.
2D art in 8 and 9 sold it? Oh, absolutely. Say whatever you want. The artists that they pay a ton of, because it's like Square Enix is kind of like reverse BioWare, where the whole joke with BioWare is that they have like 40 writers back in the day and like 2 engineers. But in Final Fantasy, you have like 40 artists and like 2 engineers. That's why their spaghetti code was pretty much garbage tier, but at the same time, their art was top tier. Their art and their music, because they paid their artists a lot of money. Absolutely. Because it's no secret that historically Final Fantasy has always been very much on the jank side of things. But they make up for it with incredible polish in terms of what you as the end user see. But anybody who pulls open the code is like, Jesus Christ, what is this spaghetti mess? Which has led to some hilarious sequence breaking or stuff for the speedrunners to enjoy. They love that sort of stuff. They eat that spaghetti right up. The more the better.
This won't take long.
Historically speaking, I will also always laugh at, and it's not nice, because how could they have known? But I will always laugh at the people who don't like Final Fantasy VIII because it wasn't a sequel to Final Fantasy VII. Because they don't know, because again, the narrow bias that they have, where 7 was their first Final Fantasy game, they didn't know that Final Fantasy games have nothing to do with each other for their main numbered installments.
should be able to get across.
But man, is that hilarious. That's what people thought.
I'll go first, okay?
Damn it. I can't stop thinking about what Corneo said.
I know. Me too.
It's gotta be a trick. There's no way they'd go that far.
Great.
But what if Corneo really was telling the truth? We have to get there in time to stop it. We have to.
Right.
Aerith, what are you not telling me?
Huh?
Guys, come on. We gotta keep moving.
Coming! I'll go first.
But it's kind of like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. The general public was very much against it when it first came out. They were just, you know, even back then, having
Here we go.
overreactions, sensationalized gamer rage, the useless garbage. And then as time has shown, if you take that nonsense out, the game itself on its own merits is good.
Almost there.
Jump!
That was close.
Thanks, you saved me.
Least I could do.
Hear that, Cloud?
I'm still convinced Final Fantasy IV The After Years established that all the Final Fantasies are on distant planets with crystals at their core and the lore of the creator. At least for the first 6, right? And yeah, whether you like it or not, it is canon with the retconning. Thanks to this game, it is now retcon that Final Fantasy VII is in fact linked to Final Fantasy X. Because I know what everyone says. Oh, but you know, what's his face said that in an interview already, that Shinra's the same, or like, you know, that whole Easter egg in Final Fantasy X-2, where Shinra said, I'm gonna work on something like this life force of the materia or something like that. And that became 7. And yeah, that was like a wink Easter egg, but that didn't really mean anything, because that would be like saying all the sins are the same. It's just having a wink moment. But then they literally, in this game, established that yes, this is connected to Final Fantasy X. No ifs, ands, or buts. Which retroactively means the original 7 was as well.
You'd better.
Was it designed that way? I fucking doubt it. That is just as convenient as when they wrote Darth Vader to be Luke's father back in the day.
He'll be our pack chocobo.
That was not originally planned. It just ended up being a better choice. Because the writer can make it happen. And so, same thing. After years established that 1 through 6 are, in fact, just aliens fucking around. And that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Hold on tight. On 3, okay? 1,
I think TV Trips calls that vindicated by history or something. That sounds about right.
Sorry about that.
No need to be.
I like to think that every instance... Also, Typhoon from 6 was a summon in OG7. Are you talking about Typhon? Like Mr. Typhon? Because I like to think that every instance of Ultros from Final Fantasy VI is the same Ultros. So, like, the Ultros that's in Final Fantasy XIV and Final Fantasy XV is the same Ultros. I like to think he's an interdimensional being. Hey Wesley, how are you today? Hope you had a great day. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend. Well, actually, it is the weekend. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. Yeah, like Gilgamesh. See, Gilgamesh actually gets away with it because Gilgamesh does say that he travels between dimensions. So it's okay. Him hopping around on different worlds, it's very plausible that it's all the same Gilgamesh. Because he straight up breaks the fourth wall, straight up jumps between games, and he says as much. So that's okay. So Gilgamesh absolutely can. And again, Gilgamesh, probably one of the best things besides his theme song coming out of Final Fantasy IV. Final Fantasy IV has a lot of really good things going for it. IV is one of those that I also feel doesn't get enough respect. Even though that's wrong, even though all the mainline Final Fantasies are $1 million seller or million copy sellers, which means they're not underrated. I don't believe any game that is in the top 1 percentile of games sold is underrated. That's bullshit. But I feel like it's not involved in enough conversations, considering how much it was very much an impactful game.
Let's do this.
Is this thing we too?
That wasn't so bad.
I think Gilgamesh is fully aware he's a fictional character based on 13.2's DLC. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I would believe you. I believe he is self-aware that he's a fictional character. Savathun from Destiny 2. Dimension hopping, time travel, space travel, straight up magic. Yep. Final Fantasy's got it all.
If this is what you want,
I'll end this. No.
we'll kill for a shower.
He says something about worrying about the player not downloading that part of the game. And also, I love Gilgamesh's battle in that. Like, his theme in that one was super good. Battle on the Big Bridge has so many amazing official remixes. I would argue it's probably one of the best remixed pieces of reused music across the Final Fantasy franchise, besides the Chocobo theme. And of course, the main prelude. The main prelude doesn't see that much variation, in my opinion, compared to that too. All the Chocobo themes are very different. You can identify, for the most part, which game it came out of, purely based on which theme you hear. And same thing for the Battle of the Big Bridge. Every rendition is very different and iconic. Did I just walk into a dead end? I did. Because you can have your favorite tracks, but there's clearly, like, when they talk about the legacy of music, I kind of feel like you want to defer to the tracks that they very obviously have used the most of. I think Victory Theme is also another one, but even the Victory Theme, they don't really have that much variation. Headcanon, Gilgamesh has already traveled into our world, but left when he found he couldn't actually find a good sword. I'd be down to believe that. Like, he traveled to our world, but because, like, we didn't have anything on the level of, like, Excalibur or any other legendary weapon, he was like, yeah, fuck this. Only a bunch of weak-ass shit. But he probably grabbed all of our guns that he used just to, like, dick around with in Final Fantasy 13 too. And I love that it starts that way. Like, he pulls out all these different weapons, and he's like, yeah, he's a piece of shit. And just tosses them out, and then he pulls out the legendary swords.
Look, that must be the way out.
And him being this dimensional samurai that bandit that basically, he's not really samurai, he's more of a bandit. This legendary dimension hopping bandit that's out there just to collect weapons, I think is pretty cool because it works.
Guys, check the Seventh Heavens water tank has something similar. I'm betting we can use this to control the sewage level.
Hey, Cloud, you want to give it a try?
This ought to drain the water. Right?
I could dig that.
No luck?
Must be busted.
A red light
You're
indicates
busted.
a blockage, apparently. We can use the hand pump to clear the blockage. Sounds about right. I remember having to do this at the bar before.
Alright. I'll...
Aerith, you mind giving me a hand? Cloud, you stay put. Keep an eye out for more red lights.
Wait, I'm not sure...
Trust me, this is the best way to handle it.
Air
We'll
busted.
be back soon. So maybe this is a little different from the one at the bar. More industrial?
Here goes. Whoops.
Okay.
Try to stay in sync.
Too slow. Or too fast.
Keep calm.
So slight delay. You do want to be slightly early.
All good.
That was too fast.
Could have gone better. That went well.
Oh, man. I don't know how you would have caught that.
Try to stay in sync.
Still too slow.
Keep calm.
Okay.
I feel like the game makes it very forgiving. How am I still that slow? Good lord, you gotta be super quick and early on that. This machine would not exist in real life, Gabriel, because there's no way. Okay, I flipped it the other way as soon as I could.
Try to stay in sync.
Like, as soon as I could flip it, I flipped it, and it just, like, missed it entirely.
Keep calm.
Jeez. I'm looking real bad, yeah. I'm literally, as soon as I can press down, I press down.
Here goes.
How on earth is this too slow? Okay, and apparently I was too fast that time. Oh my gosh.
Try
Damn.
to stay in sync.
The needle was slower that time.
All right, I think that did it.
Wonderful.
It's way too long
Okay,
than I thought
let's
this should
head
have.
back. Cloud's probably getting worried.
But the reason why this machine would never exist in real life, Gabriel, is because no engineer or no engineering current firm industrially is going to mandate a machine that requires 2 people to operate, because they're going to minimize costs and they're just going to get a machine that they can send 1 technician to fix it, not 2. You need to be able to send 1 person who can't read to fix a thing, That's basically what you have to do.
Nicely done.
We make a great
Wow,
team.
Cloud paying a
Go
compliment.
team.
I'll protect you.
I'm pretty good at protecting you.
Get him! Give your best shot!
Nothing to it.
Thanks, Zilgamech. That's a cool name, by the way.
Won't be tough. Calling fire. You're mine.
I'm coming.
You're good at this.
Told you.
Sure is nice to go up to
Hope the pillar's not much further.
Go on! Stay back!
No escape. Hang back. I'll go on ahead and secure the exit.
Looks like they're hungry for more.
We're not delicious. Not even a little bit.
Get going.
Now.
Okay.
That's a good design for the Sahagin, too.
You too.
But there's too many of them.
Not for me.
Like, get on my level.
Last warning. Back off or die.
Come on!
And the Sahagin are like, damn it, he used the ladder. We've never figured out how to use those things. Oh well, guys. Pack it up, go home. Oh, that's another scene that I want to see them do. They didn't quite do it in this one, which I felt was a missed opportunity. But if you remember in the original 7, when they took Aerith and took her to like the main tower that they were blowing up on the pillar,
Threats to public order are to be summarily put
like
down.
re-punches Aerith. They don't do that here, but I do hope that when they have this scene where after you get like the black materia, Cloud in his like, you know, unstable mind pushes down Aerith and starts beating her face in. I do hope that they bring that scene back, you know, for posterity. So, Cloud stealing Tifa's panties, riding a dolphin,
Don't worry.
slapping Scarlet minigame, and Cloud punching Aerith. Those are what we need to have in the remake still. But again, they took out showering with dudes, and they did take out Song punching Aerith, so they probably won't do some of those things. But we'll see. But we just brought to a new chapter, and this is a good pausing point for tonight. And I do like this chapter with the ghost stuff, because man, busting ghosts makes me feel good. And the boss fight here was a really good mix-up between having to force you between very quick, switching between magic and physical, because it's a ghost. And also with a bunch of like decoys on it. So I like that both this and Eligor kept you on your feet. Again, this is where I really started feeling that the bosses in 7 Remake were really well done. But with that, we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody who joined in. It was great to see a bunch of new and returning faces. Thank you so much, Chenzen. Thank you so much, Module Cells, for kind donations. Appreciate you guys. And I'm going to see if I can get the Halloween, because I was supposed to work on a Halloween recap, and I am woefully behind on that. But I am going to really try to get that done in time for Halloween. If not, it might be a day late. Forgive me. We'll see. But until then, please look forward to that. I did post a recap recently for Bravely Default 2. Please check that out. And until then, I will see you guys on the next Battlefield. Thanks for watching.